Good morning. Welcome to Christmas in July. Here at Sewing Quarter, we are everything Christmas for today. I'm Natasha McCarthy. I obviously have come as Rudolph today with my cold and red nose, so apologies for that. But we have got lots of beautiful Christmas makes, Christmas ideas, stunning fabrics for you over the next 4 hours. Angie Attwood's in. Let's see how today is shaping up. So we have got at 8 o'clock festive fabric panels, everything that you need to decorate your house and get it absolutely tippity tip top ready for Christmas. And then 9 o'clock, we've got a quilted table runner. It is gorgeous, absolutely stunning, and all kind of Scandi and beautiful. And then at 10 o'clock, we've got Tash's Christmas stash. Oh yes, gold fabrics here, gold highlighted fabrics, utterly stunning. And then at 11 o'clock, Angie's back and she's making a Christmas lap quilt, which is a Carpenter star, which is very appropriate for Christmas, we feel. Yeah, oh yeah, it's all tied up beautifully with a big bow on. So if you would like to get in touch, and please do, because you know my voice might not hold out for 4 hours, then we would love to hear from you. On the website, of course, is a great way to start. Head to the website, go and watch, head to the watch page. It'll all load up, we'll be there. Then underneath where you can watch live, you can message the studio. I'd love to hear from you this morning. I haven't been in for a week, so it'd be lovely to hear from you, see how you all are, and what you're making already for Christmas. I know so many of you already started. So message the studio, get in touch. That comes straight through to me, and it'll be lovely to hear from you. Then underneath, as we start to load all of our Christmas goodies, that's still available, but that's all of yesterday's. That is about to clear as we start with today's new makes. Now, I don't know about you, but Christmas stockings have always played a massive part in our Christmas. And so we've got ones that you can make today, printed, all fabulous, ready to go in whatever different colorways that you want. We've had them up there, so you've probably seen them over the last couple of days and gone, oh, they're rather lovely, aren't they? Well, now you've got the chance to buy them and make them your own. So I'm going to take them with me. Not greedy, but I like a lot. Come with me. So in order to make these, in fact, look, I could just hang them up, can't I, and see if they there we go. Let's have a look at the green one, which I'll pop there for you. They start out life a bit like this. So I'll whiz through very, very quickly, and then we'll go into more detail. So if there's anything you want to see more of, then let me know. So this is how they start out life. So you just, very, very simple, cut round. Now, if you want to line them, then you just need a ½ meter of fabric, and that's it. But you've also got the hearts with the little letters to Santa as well. So it's more than just that. You're getting the hearts in there as well. That's your green. Now, red one. I rather like them in all the different colours. Oh, actual red one, not the red background one. Here we go. Here we go. Look at the price of these, $7.95 for a stocking that you're going to keep forever and ever and ever. In fact, we still use the stockings that I had. Well, I've always had all my life, and now Freddie has one that we will always use. Absolutely lovely, and not too huge that you can't afford to fill it either, which is really nice too. And then that is your red, and then here we go. Yeah, you can fit your Satsuma in there, can't you? And this is, what are we calling this one? Parchment. I love that we've got all of the different directions, so we know exactly where we need to go. So if you're going for parchment, red or green, we've got it all covered. Maybe you're doing the whole family and they all need different colours, then that's absolutely fine too. We've got everything sorted and covered for you. UBLW12 is your code for that. Now, calendars, advent calendars. Again, you know, these become rituals in people's lives and people's houses. We have one, I think, it's swagging it out the other day with my mum. I think I was 7 when my mum got our advent calendar, and she used to fill it every single year, and last year I got really upset because she didn't. Here we go. So this is your latte here. And this is how these work. So you basically just cut along the bottom there. This is your main panel up here. And then you just cut out these little boxes, fold them over for your seam allowance, and then sew them onto these boxes. So all you need to add then is your wadding and your backing fabric if you're going to mount it on the wall. Job done. And then you can fill it with whatever treats. My son goes a bit crazy with chocolate, so we don't give him chocolate on his advent calendar. We give him little toys instead. Perfect. And then you can fit it and you can really personalise it. Absolutely lovely. So $7.95 again. And again, you'd only need, well, not a lot more than the fat quarter actually to have as your backing. Fab. So that's your latte. Now the next one is on a, this is your blue one. I like blue. Blues, your icy blues have been very much the colour for Christmas, haven't they, the last couple of years? And so this is a really lovely one. So get that going. Here it is. That's a technical Christmas word, that. Yeah, so same design, it's just what colour you want on that backing. So think about what kind of colour Christmas you're going to go for, and that's your different colourway. But actually really affordable, again, for $7.95. Maybe you've got a couple of grandkids that you're doing this for. Maybe this is your run-up for Christmas, which is equally as special. Then that's absolutely perfect. And then the last one is on your silver. I like the silver. I do like the silver. It's proper Christmassy silver, isn't it? And timeless as well. You've got the silver and the blue in there. Matches our set, actually, doesn't it? Very nicely. I just think it's a really gorgeous way of making your own... They're singing Christmas carols now down my ear. It's lovely. It's a beautiful thing. So you can really personalise. Just cut out these, put them wherever you want. So if you want to mix and match the days and pop them wherever you want, you could put them in order or you could mix them however you wish. It's entirely up to you. Now, Christmas is the one time in our household that placemats come out. And we've got placemats for you. They're done for you. Look at this. So, oh dear. Producer Paul says they wouldn't look out of place. But here it is. These are your 4 different placemats. But do you know what? And then you could personalise. You could embroider name places on there. And then you bring them out every year. So if... Actually, do you know what? That could be a runner as well. I don't think that has to be just a table mat. You could make that into a nice little table runner. So you've got your classic robin. You've got your deer on there. It's absolutely gorgeous. $5.95? Nice. YELW 25. I think that's gorgeous. I would be getting my fancy stitches out there, and I would be embroidering names on there. You could quilt it. Yeah, no, names, so that then there's no argument over name places where people are going to sit. Because you always have the same people for Christmas, don't you? So, you know, because there's always going to be me, Stephen and Freddie at least, and my mum and dad. Done. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Now, I do like that robin. It's just really pretty. Bunting. Now, if I show you this up here, how gorgeous is that? So there's our bunting. We've got 3 different colourways. I'm going to start with the silver. So actually, with each of these that we've shown you, if you could match your advent calendar to your bunting, couldn't you? Because there was a silver advent calendar, silver bunting. Now, as ever with the bunting panels, look at that. different ways in which you can do these. If you are a bunting aficionado and you just know exactly how to do it, then you're good to go. If you just want quick bunting, what I would say is get pinking shears and cut along the dotted lines, get some rickrack, sew it on, you're done. Or get some of our backing fabric, back it, turn it through. If you want it to be something that's going to last year in, year out, then that's how I would do it. So that is your silver and $7.95, fab price. Now, is this biscuit or latte? What have they decided to call this one? Parchment. Oh, they haven't called it biscuit or latte, it's parchment. Oh, so the parchment matched the stocking colour. Oh, apparently producer Paul wants to tell me his best Christmas cracker joke. Is it clean? What is E.T. short for? I don't know. What is E.T. short for? Because he's got little legs. Oh, what is E.T. short for? Because he's got little legs. Right, yes. Moving on. Else I'll be cracking out my favourite joke ever. No, I do get it. I just don't think it's that funny. Honestly, producer Paul is just laughing himself to bits upstairs. My favourite joke is three elephants and a cymbal fall off a mountain. Ba-dum-dum-ch. That's brilliant. That's a great joke. That's my favourite joke ever. And it's clean and you can bring it out in front of the in-laws. Right, so that's your latte. No, biscuit. No, parchment. What did we call it? Parchment. I appear to have lost my brain. The last one, here we go, is what? Ivory. There we go. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? It's that cue of Paul McCartney song, isn't it? So I love your little snowy footprints that you've got. Oh, you can't see that. Little snowy footprints there. It's nice that the attention to detail is brilliant in here. And if you're one of those family that has one of those elves that sit on a shelf, you've got an elf. You've got Christmas that you can spell out throughout there. You've got Santa North Pole. You've got all the directions to get there. Oh, it's really lovely, really charming. I'm liking this a lot. I haven't thought about Christmas bunting, but now I want a bit of Christmas bunting. Ooh. Now, do you want to go lining or do you want to go rick-rack neck? Because, well, I just wanted to show because, you see, the quickest way to do your rick-rack, I've got my wine. This is my wine, rick-rack and wine. 25, okay. Rick-rack and wine, it's very exciting, isn't it? 25 metres of your rick-rack and wine. This is your quickest way to do your bunting, because then you can just sew it on. And because this rick-rack is really thick, let me show you. This is the other red, by the way, but you see, look, you can just do your bunting along there, cut your bunting out, and then just sew it across on your bunting. And then that's it, done. And you don't have to worry. This is your red, which is just a slightly lighter colour than the wine. 25 metres, that's a lot of bunting. That's a lot of bunting. But you're going to bring it out every year. That's 52 pence per metre. Confident and correct on the maths there. Happy days. Then you've got your green and your white. Do you want to look at the white one next? Oh, no, you see the white will go with all of them, won't it? Yeah, and you'll have loads left over. So maybe you want to multi-buy your bunting panels and have that round your house. And you know, it's not going to be like tinsel and shed everywhere. That's the bane of my life. And then the green, I like the green. I do like that bottle green. Oh, the stock isn't high for the rick-racks. So if you're after your rick-rack, please do grab it now. But actually, we've also used the rick-rack on as the little handles on our. So you see, once you get a bit of festive rick-rack, You'll be using it all over the place. And in Angie's hour, next hour, what you'll see is lots of other different ways in which you can use your rick-rack. So that's our rick-rack. Now, maybe you want some lining, because you can, if you want to make your bunting super, super special and really finished off nicely, you can just cut it with your pinking shears and that's that. But if you'd like to make it so that it's really durable, like these, then you can line them. Okay, now we've got pistachio, we've got Christmas red, and we've also got dark green. So they look rather nice together, don't they? This is your pistachio, and of course your pistachio matches the green that you've seen there in your bunting. And it also is what we lined this one in. So we lined there. Now, oh, if it's in your basket, please check out. That has come from producer Paul, and he knows because he can see the figures and the numbers and who's buying what and where and how and all that kind of stuff. That's your pistachio. Now, your deep dark red, dark green. Here it is. This is your dark. This is Christmas, isn't it? This is your Christmas tree green. Can we rename it Christmas tree green? Possibly. But otherwise, it's just dark green. There it is, dark green, $3.25. Nice. And then Christmas red. It is, isn't it? It is that Christmas red. Look, you can see that our bunting, our red bunting, goes really beautifully with that. It's just a slight tone lighter so that the rick-rack does show up. Nice. So $3.25. What have we lined in that? Okay, so we lined, that was our green. So you can see all of these colours you can mix and match in. See, look, that's your red lining your stocking there. Doesn't that look lovely? I almost like to fold those over so you can see. It looks quite nice tucked over, doesn't it? And again, with the rick-rack there. I'm loving it. I feel so Christmassy. It's July and it's Christmas. It's amazing. Yeah. Do you love Christmas? Can I show you the dark green as well? Whoops. Oh no, we got a magnetic pin cushion anywhere. No, just throwing a pin somewhere on the set. That's why I think that's the only reason that we started stocking the magnetic pin cushions, is because John and I threw too many pins around the place. There we go. That's it with the dark green lining. It's nice, isn't it? Lovely. Green stocking. Here we go. Now, you see, what I like about this is that it's not too daunting to fill. It can just be decorative. It looks really lovely just being decorative, but if you do want to fill it with goodies, you know, I think sometimes you can get a bit overwhelmed with having to fill a great big stocking. But this is lovely. This is proper stocking size. $7.95 there. Now, we've lined it with red. You don't have to line these, but again, if you want a lovely finish and something that you can bring out year on year, then lining it is lovely. Most popular stocking colour is your classic red. Wow, not surprised. So this is what the red looks like. When you get it doesn't look like that when it comes to you, because obviously, you know, you've got to make it. It's the point. It's a sewing channel, isn't it? You've got to actually sew something. Hang on. Here we go. Ba-ba-ba-ba. This is how it comes to you. I love this. So that's the finished deal there. So you see, this is your seam allowance in the pink there. So you've got a really wide seam. What's that, 1.5 cm seam allowance? But you see, look at this. You've got a little heart postcard over here. Now, I wasn't sure. I think there's two different ways you can do this. You can either cut out, because you've got little dotted lines around there. So you can cut out and make it into a little whatever, postcard. But you could also just cut the hearts out and have like a cushion with that on there. So it's up to you. I like to have an option. I do like to have an option. Lots in your baskets, please do check out. Christmas has gone crazy here at Sewing Quarter. I think it's one of those things, isn't it? You have to start around this time of year. Else, oh, red rick rack's gone. Oh, well done if you managed to get that. You've got to start now, haven't you, really? Because otherwise you're just going to run out of time. Most popular of the hour is the placemats. Oh, lovely. Shall I show you the placemats? Well, because I think, yes, the placemats are gorgeous, and I would be embroidering people's names on them. But I'm just having a quick tidy. Bear with me. This is how my house looks at the moment. We're in the middle of moving house, so this is just how it looks generally at the moment. It's a right old mess. So let me just have a little... And I did my ironing last night, so there's that all over the place as well. There we go. Let me pop those there. And then your placemats are under here. Let me get these stockings, pop those down there. And I will get to you in a second, I promise, with your placemats. Rick Rack Red is gone. Well done. That's gone. Other Rick Rack is available, but please do check out your baskets there. Does that look a bit more tidy-ish? Yes. Here we go. These are the wrong way around. These are your placemats. I think you could do this as a table runner. I really do. I think this is absolutely lovely. You can embroider names on there. You can quilt it as much as you like. But fundamentally, you could eau de coat it. Ooh, yes. So they were then wiped clean afterwards. But I just think they're really lovely. Now, the way that they've done these is that you cut along there, and then each one, you've got a double-sided table mat. So it's 2 table mats. But if you buy out 1/2 metre of your backing fabric, then you've got 4 placemats instantly, haven't you? Just get some wadding, pop that in there. If you had any of the Insel Bright left over, pop that in there. Have we got any of that left in stock, or is that all gone? Check out the website for that. But wadding would do, wadding would work. Or if we had a message, Riva says, have you noticed the Christmas trees on the selvages? On some of them, yes. Let me show you these. So, actually, this one's got holly on it. So what they've done, thank you for pointing that out, Riva. Down the bottom, all of the different colours that have been used. And it's just that little attention to detail are there. So if you want to pick those colours, so you might go, okay, I want to do a backing. What colour am I going to choose? Then you can go, okay, my Christmas red matches pretty much exactly. Then that's there. If you wanted to match in with your dark green, and again, these are all up on the website now. Your Christmas green, if you're going to do that for the back, you know that it matches. Fab, isn't it? Clever. Now, the bunting has the Christmas trees on, and everything else has got Christmas trees on. Now, the most popular bunting is the parchment. The one that I keep calling biscuit or latte. Yeah, that one. The one I keep getting wrong. Excellent. Oh, I'm so pleased. Here it is. Under here. Ta-da! The big reveal upside down. There it is. So this is your favourite bunting at the moment. In parchment, bunting is very popular, and I think once you see the prices of it in the shops, and that's often just for cheap, tacky, papery stuff, you realise that actually making your own that you can bring in and out every single year. Because that's what you do with Christmas things, isn't it? You accumulate year on, year up. My mum's got Christmas decorations on her Christmas tree that my brother and I made when we were in primary school, but they keep coming out every year. Kind of wish they wouldn't, some of them, but they do. They keep on coming out. But this is just lovely because you can make it, you can really make it your own. Either pinking sheer down there if you just want really quick, easy bunting. If you want to take more time and you want to have it so that it's going to be beautiful every single year, then get some backing fabric. So a 1/2 meter of backing fabric would do this as well. And then you could just actually, I wonder if the quickest way to do that, you know, when was it? Was it Saturday or Sunday last week? I think it was Sunday, and we learned how to do, with Jane, we learned how to do half square triangles. There's no reason why you couldn't just pin your backing fabric to the back and then just sew a 1/4 of an inch down each of those lines and then just cut along that line. And then that would be everything done. Brilliant. Now, the size of this panel is 24 by 44 inches. Now, this one is a 1/2 meter. If I show you how that compares. So if you buy a 1/2 meter of backing, you're just a little bit short, aren't you? So I would get maybe 1 meter of your backing fabric if you wish to. You don't have to back it, but you can. And off you go. Now, can I just show you, if you're just, there you go, just to see the other colours. So if you're doing everything in the parchment, then that is that's your stocking in the parchment, which is lovely. And then you can have everything matching, which is gorgeous. And there's an advent calendar in parchment as well. And look, you see, and I love that. I love that you've got a map on the back. We've had a message. Can you tell me how many triangles are on each bunting panel? Thanks, Samantha. Yes, Samantha, I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. It's a lot, isn't it? That's a huge amount, because you can, we've only got part of it here, but you see, you could space them out more, can't you? They don't have to be so close together, you can space them out. That's been done beautifully with ribbon. Yay, lovely, but these have all been lined with ivory. So they're going to be able to come in year on, year out. Oh no, look, some of these have been lined with the other ones. Hey. So however, stop it. Yeah, it's just misbehaving itself over there. Now, the Advent calendar. Okay, Advent calendar is, in silver, is the most popular at the moment. Woohoo! Yeah, hey, look, halfway through already, so please make sure you check out your baskets because this is going quick. Now, this is your main panelly bit. So you just cut out this bit. This is the bit that you're going to hang, that you'll have to get some backing fabric for. And then these you cut out, fold 1/4 of an inch, iron them, and then lay them that way, so fold them up, sew around. And then you've got a nice little sizable pocket. Watch that, a couple of inches, 2.5 inches maybe. Oh, I've lost my tape measure that was there and I've measured it for you. So you get all your instructions on here, look, tells you. It even says Happy Christmas. How nice of them. 24 by 44 again in size. And then look, here are your Christmas trees for all of your different colours. So if you want to, there we go. So if you want to match that with any of your fabrics, then you can, you know what it is. Little bit of attention to detail. Or you could cut that and use it as a little hanging, whatever you want. I like, nothing gets wasted. Nothing. Here are your instructions here. So ever so simple, really simple. This top bit here is your main. So you will just cut out the edge of there, and then you'll cut all your little squares. So take a small square and then just iron, sew, job done. Happy Christmas! Yay! Wine rickrack is sold out. Well done! All of you loving a spot of rickrack. 25 metres on your rickrack. I think great for all of your decorations. And next hour with Angie, we've got more ideas where you can use your rickrack. Can I show you the, now what did they call this one latte with the advent calendar? That's where I got latte from. I knew I hadn't gone too mad. Well, you know. So this here, woo, that is your, well, that's your advent calendar in latte. But look, because it's going to go with your bunting, and it's also going to go with, if you're going for those colours, then it's going to go with all of that, isn't it? I hadn't realised. It's only sort of dawning on me now. But that's really lovely. Like the silver one goes with the silver bunting. The silver advent calendar. What's the favourite colour on the old advent calendars? Do we have a favourite colour? Silver. Ooh. Shall I show you the silver one next? There we go. Details will keep coming up on the screen for you. If it's your first time you've just joined us, no, what on earth are they doing? Well, it's Christmas in July because anybody that sews knows, oh, it rhymes. Anybody that sews knows you need to get going early, especially if you're going to make. If you're just buying things to give to someone to make, then you're fine. But if you're going to get going and you're going to be making, you need to get going quickly. Now, the silver is over here and goes beautifully with your silver bunting. Oh, yeah. Now, you see, if I were getting this and the silver bunting, I would go with the white rickrack. And that would be lovely. I love these panels. It just makes life really easy, doesn't it? There it all is. So that is for your advent calendar. And that is one, once you've made it, you can bring it out year on year on year. And then, of course, you've also got your bunting. It's all washable, so if you do get little chocolate sticky fingers on there, you're fine. Because that happens. Just mine, to be honest. So, yes, that's that. If you want to decorate with your white rickrack, that might be quite a nice thing to do across the top of your pockets. Maybe a little bit of white rickrack. And then it would look like snowy topped, wouldn't it? That would look really pretty. Bit of snowy rickrack over the top. Pretty, and then you can embellish. So this is your starting point, isn't it? How much you embellish after that doesn't matter. That's entirely up to you. You could put rickrack on the placemats, couldn't you? Yeah, let's have a look at those. Oh, did I just show you, Producer Paul, did you see that the bunting and the silver bunting goes with that? Good. Just checking that we're all on the same page. Good. Right. There's that. Oh, the placemats. This has been the most popular thing this morning. So, here we go. I still think this could be a table runner. Now, oh wow, look at all of you. So well done to Tracy, to Doris, to Mandy, to Christina. She's stocked up on a few of these. She's expecting a lot for Christmas, as has Brenda, and Richard as well, and Diana and Hazel. Maureen's gone for 3. Maureen, if all the family coming to you. Sally and Colette, Amanda, Jean, so many of you multi-buying. Susanna, looks like you're going to be having a big family in Essex, big family Christmas in Essex as well. 3 there. Phyllis and Claire and Emma and Janie and Livia, Jackie, Alexandra, Linda. Well, that's just to name just a few. The list goes on. Fab. Yes, of course. You could put rickrack actually round the edges there, couldn't you, if you wanted to? You can basically decorate these however you wish. If you want to do a double-sided table mat, then you've got panels for both, and this would make 2 table mats. If you want to make this into 4 table mats, get another colour, back it with that, some wadding if you want to protect your table as well. You can Eau-de coat it, you can Insel bright it if you still have some of that. It's entirely up to you how you work with this. I actually would be very, very tempted to make this into a gorgeous table runner. I think it's lovely. Or maybe you could do both. Maybe you could have one for your table runner and then have matching mats. But actually, these would be just lovely placemats to have in the centre of the table. You know, for all those hot pots that come out with your roasty spuds in. Yeah, lovely. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, also very popular has been the green stocking. Let me show you the green stocking. We've seen these every day on the set since Christmas. This is how it comes to you. And then this is what it will look like. I think it's lovely, absolutely lovely. You can line it with whatever colour you wish, if you wish to line it. Again, it's one of those things. If it's just going to be for one Christmas, would you bother lining it? Maybe not. If you're going to bring this out year in, year out, line it. Really do a proper job on it. $7.95 for this. QXLW07, which for something you're going to bring in year on, year out, just fab. And you've also got your Santa's letter there, which you can make a little heart cushion with, a little added extra. If you've gone for your rickrack, then you've got something to hang it up with as well, or just use a little bit of the fabric there. Or maybe the trees. Maybe you could use the trees as your little hanger. You could do that. If you had one of those turny through tools, you'd need the very narrow one for that, to turn that through, but it's there as an option. And we like options, we do like options. So that's looking rather fab. We lined this in your Christmas red, which as soon as you start doing anything Christmassy is the colour to have. Very much so. Details down the, oh, there we go, down the bottom there for your Christmas red. Oh, out of all of the solids, yeah, well it is, it's such a gorgeous red. Reds can vary, can't they? Reds can just be one of those colours that you just like, I'm not too sure. But that is your red, and of course it's going to go because it's that lovely, rich Christmas red. Really lovely. Now, the red stocking, if we're talking of red, actually looks a little bit more pinky, doesn't it, next to that? So if you are lining it, you've got that contrast if you want to line it with that darker red. But that is your red stocking there. We've lined it with the green, with your pistachio. And actually that just works really nicely, especially if you're having the green one as well, then you can line in the different colours and it all looks very lovely. Now on the back of it, and again yours will come as the green one in a sheet like that. In a panel, but look, you've got some ice skating, you've got all these different places to go. I've not seen anything like this before, it's really lovely. So where Santa's house there, what's that, the Candy Cane Workshop, vital, Toy Warehouse, the sleigh through, nice, nice, there's your sleigh through. Yeah, you could get or an eggnog. Not a cup of coffee, an eggnog. Yeah. Then up here you've got the reindeer stables. Look, they're being mucked out. There's a little wheelbarrow there, making them nice and clean, ready for Christmas. It's that little attention to detail. So yes, of course, you can have Father Christmas on the front, but actually there's a lot to be fun. There's a lot of fun to be had on the back. That is your, when I think of a Father Christmas, to me that's like a proper Father Christmas. He's not scary and he's got very rosy cheeks. But then you'd have rosy cheeks if you're going all over the world in the wet and and cold and rain and snow. You would, wouldn't you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm just thinking... yeah, the icy blue, because I want to show you the advent calendar on the icy blue, because what you'll notice is these colours all mix and match beautifully. So if you were getting the red stocking, for example, then it's the same blue. There's the same blue there. So it all matches on your icy blue. Is this your favourite, Producer Paul? Yes. Oh, and look, yeah, you've even got the matching Father Christmas. So it all matches, a treat. Oh, so the panel is 22 by 44 inches and all 100% cotton. You can wash them, all that kind of thing that you want to do when you clear up your Christmas. Oh, 24 by 44. Sorry, I said 22. 24 by 44. Here we go. Let me show you this. It is a really lovely size. Now, the panel that you'll actually be left with is this main panel here with the icy blue backing. So that's going to be the panel size. And then you would back that, turn through, and it would just be really beautiful. And then down here, these are each of your numbers. Now you see, there's a question, isn't it? Producer Paul just said, would you randomise them? Is that a word? Yeah. Would you randomise them or would you put them in order? I think I'll put them in order, actually. Producer Paul would randomise them, so he had to go looking for them each morning. Oh, he says that's all part of the fun. Munch is in today as our floor manager. Munch, would you randomise or would you go for straight down the line? Randomise. Oh, he would randomise. He's our little Christmas elf today. He's laying out all the fabrics for the next show, which look rather beautiful, by the way. So this is just something a little bit different. You can hang it. You could always pin it. You could hang it. Oh, now, Producer Mike, he's thrown in a slightly different one. He said you could put Velcro around the edges and then you could put them in a different order each year. It would have to be very thin Velcro, though, wouldn't it? Because otherwise you couldn't stuff very much of a gift in there. Perfect. And don't forget all your instructions coming with it as well. Lovely. Now, when you grab these, you'll need to get your backing fabric if you want to do that. We've got backing fabrics there. Now, what haven't I shown you? Do you want to see the backing? Oh, iron-on interfacing, yes. If you want to reinforce your pockets or your bunting or any of it really, then iron-on interfacing, always a great way to go. And just $2.95. NX GQ 17 for the price of your P&P. Pop it in your basket and then you've got it whenever you need it. Job done, really, isn't it? Actually, maybe you could do that if you didn't want to. If you didn't want to back your bunting, then maybe you could just interface it to give it a little bit more. Maybe that would do the job. We'll have to try. NX GQ 17 $2.95. Now, where are we with the old Rick Rack? Because I know that the reds have sold out. They've gone. Well done. Green is available. White is available. The white, I think, would be... We're going to have a look at the stock for white. But you see, I think you could put it round the rim of your stocking. Couldn't you? Be really nice as well. Oh, okay. If everybody checks out, there are only 3 white Rick Racks left. Gosh. Okay. But then you've got it. I would be putting this on the top of my my little advent boxes too. Oh, I've got a message. Please, can you show me the 3 bunting panels so I can decide which colour? Thanks, says Holly. Holly, you have the perfect name for today. Perfect name. Are you a Christmas baby or did they just like the name Holly? That's what I would like to know. Now, let me see. I will get that bunting then. Let's have a look at the part. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Down here. See, I've made a bit of a mess, haven't I, everywhere? Right. Here we go. This is your parchment. And actually, yeah. Is this the most popular colourway throughout? But then it's one of those things, isn't it? Because I tend to wrap my my Christmas presents in brown paper and then just do beautiful bows and things. She's pausing in a silly mood. I'm not a wrapper. Not that sort of wrapper. When I'm wrapping the Christmas present, not that sort of wrapping. Not like type wrapping. I'm not doing that again. Mouse wrapping. Yeah, it's because I've got a squeaky voice today. So I've got the ivory next, and I'm just going to, Holly, so that you can compare, I'll put one on top of t'other. They get 36 in each. That there, excuse me, that is, it is a Christmas cold, isn't it? Perfect for the season. Very cold outside. You seen how cold it is outside? That's why we're on our Christmas jumpers. And then here, they've gritted the roads. That is your silver. So silver, ivory, or parchment. Silver is most popular out of the bunting. You see, this is it. This is what I was saying. You need the white rickrack if you're going to do the silver. Will look lovely, won't it? But we've only got 3 of those left, so you need to be quick. Check out those baskets. Yeah. Now, most popular of the stockings is the red. That is the most popular one this hour. It's only $7.95. I love that you've got the map on the back. It's that little attention to detail. Just fab. So $7.95. And again, a lot of you multi-ordering on these as well. That could be, you could embroider someone's name across the top, across there. You could pop a little bit of rick-rack across there. We've put rick-rack on so that you can hang it up. But the possibilities are endless with it. Really lovely. This could be one of those things that actually, this is the gift, and you buy lots of little things, and then you give that, and that is the main gift. Yeah, producer Paul still gets a Christmas stocking, and he's 35. I'm a little bit older than that, and I still get a Christmas stocking. Everyone should get a Christmas stocking. Yeah, Sean Connery gets one as well. Stocking. Shocking stocking. Right. Producer Paul says, do you know what time Paul Connery goes to tennis? Tennis. That is awful. Where does he get all of these jokes from? Producer Paul, where do these jokes come from? Can they go back there? Oh. If everybody checks out, already half of this stock is gone, and we bought you a big stock, so please make sure that you're checking out your baskets and getting those. So many of you have got this in your baskets. So many of you have checked out. So many of you already multi-bought many of these. I haven't seen placemats like this before, and I think they're really lovely. And I would personalise. If you know who's coming for Christmas, then you can absolutely personalise those. Gorgeous. You can do them as double-sided. Yeah, you see, I'd get a little bit of rick-rack around the outside as well. So the rick-rack goes round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. And then they said that would make a great rapper name, rick-rack. Well, you know, it's a thought, isn't it? Now, the red, the Christmas red, if you want to back these so it goes even further, the Christmas red is going to work a treat with these because you'll be picking that up. Let me find you that Christmas red. Ba, 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 ba. There you go. So you see, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? And if you wanted to make these bigger, if you've got like a massive plate, it's Christmas, we've all got big plates, then you could, of course, pop like a little sash of red around as well. Make them even bigger, if you want. Or if you're going to use these to do table runners instead, then you could sash with the red in between. Oh, producer Paul wants to go to a party. He says he's in the Christmas spirit. We're like, what now? You're not just going to like leave me midway on air, are you? Oh, he's off. Yeah. Oh, look at that. So on these, you've got all sorts. Haven't you? You've got your feathers. It's ever such a pretty design. You've got your Father Christmas. You've got your snowman. You've got your robin. Christmas trees. You've got your deer on there. Your stags. You've got all sorts in there, all wrapped up beautifully in a snowflake. See, attention to detail in this, absolutely stunning. This has been the most popular thing this hour. Lovely. Lovely. Now, Advent calendar in silver is the next one to show you. La 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 la. Here it is. Oh, hang on. In that case, I'm going to whip out my silver bunting so I can show you how they go beautifully together. So that's your bunting down there. And then you could get your Advent. I just think this is just gorgeous. And it's one of those things, isn't it, that just makes Christmas more than just one day. Because then you get a little treat for 24 days. Yeah, there it is. June in East Sussex, hello June, says, would half a metre of plain pistachio line 2 Christmas stockings? There is one way to find out, June. Bear with me. I'm going to pop that away. That was your Advent calendar in silver, by the way, but, you know, June's got a question she needs to know. Let me get you... That is your half a metre of a pistachio. Now, there you go. 1. Yes, because if you were clever about how you did it, then you've got, and you didn't have too much of a seam allowance, then yeah, because look, that's your halfway, that's your half fold mark, isn't it? So yeah, wiggle it around a bit, and you can do that. Yeah, because if I wiggle that way to get the heel on there, so that's diddle-a-da. You can just about squeeze it in, but if you want to be absolutely sure, go for the metre, and then you've got extra. It's $3.25 per half a metre. So for that, I would say yes if you were very, very clever about how you did it. But you would have to have a tiny seam allowance. There you go. There you go. Okay. Am I going to keep the green one? Yay. You know, at home every year comes out the stocking, and it's the same stocking that I've had, and through, you know, because now you can take a photo on your phone, photos are really easy to come by, but back in the day where you had to pop it in that little paper envelope and send it off to Kodak, who doesn't exist anymore. When did Kodak disappear? You know, it was one of those things, you had to wait for them to be developed, your photos. But actually, looking back over the years, the thing that is always in every Christmas photo, every year, are the stockings that we've had, always. So it does become one of those family Christmas things that you just end up with, and you would just end up keeping. Because they're lovely, and they come out every year. And you can personalise them and decorate them. We've got 3 options for you today. So whether you're going for your parchment, whether you're going for the green or whether you're going for the red, doesn't matter. Each one is $7.95. All the details now, as soon as we've shown you an item on air and it's come up on the screen, it will then be loaded on the website where you can then click underneath where you watch it live, and it's like a big shopping list there for you to peruse. So $7.95 gives you your parchment. Same price for the green and for the red, all on the website. But please do check out your baskets because these have been incredibly popular for your Christmas baskets. I tell you who's looking particularly festive today is our Angie Attwood. She's even got a dress on. Looking gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, and very sparkly. She's going to be with us next hour, so please make sure you check out your baskets. Get your bunting, get your stockings. This is the way to decorate your house so that next year you can just bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, year on, year in. If you've got 3 grandchildren, you're sorted, aren't you? Fill them with little bits and bobs, and that's that. You've started a tradition, you've given them gorgeous little things, and you're good to go. And of course, line it in all your different fabrics. Beautiful. Beautiful. So $7.95 for that. What have I got down the bottom there? Oh, is my North Pole on red. So that's details for that down the bottom there. Now, still by far the most popular has been the table runner. Well, placemats. We've got a table runner next hour. So we are going to be sorting out your Christmas. Today, Christmas sorted. So join us because we've got beautiful fabrics next. We've got table runners, wreaths, decorations, all sorts coming up. And that's just in the next hour with lovely Angie Attwood. See you in just a moment.
Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love. Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433, email us at help@sewingquarter.com, visit our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter @sewingquarter, and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air.
So today I'm going to show you how to do a double stitch. Now you would use a double stitch at the start and the end of your sewing to secure your threads rather than using a really big knot. You're going to want to take your needle through the front of your fabric first and then come out back through the front. So I'm using really big stitches at the moment so I can see what I'm doing. You're going to leave a tail before you then repeat that in and out motion. So you can see that's 1. I'm going to go back through again, and that's 2. So you can see I've done 2 stitches in the same place. That's giving me my double stitch. You would then do whatever stitch it is that you're going to go on to do. So I'm just going to do a quick running stitch. Okay, so now I'm going to do my double stitch at the very end of my stitch there. So it's repeating the process. So I'm going in, and then back out, in, and then back out, before clipping my threads. So obviously you would clip these closer when you get to finishing your garment. So there you have it.
Talented toy maker Joe Carter is back to introduce a brand new character. From felines to feathered friends, over the past few months, Joe has sewn a mini menagerie here at the Sewing Quarter studio. And she shows no signs of stopping, with a new venture into the reptile kingdom. That's right, coming to a rock pool near you is this adorable turtle soft toy, featuring a pretty patchwork shell and a cheerful smile. And with Joe's guidance and a ready-made kit, it's surprisingly easy to create your own. As well as this, you'll also receive a free copy of Simply Sewing magazine with every kit. So, Make sure you don't miss out on this fantastic offer by joining us on Thursday the 27th of July at 9 a.m. for a lesson in how to make these terrific turtles. Only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78.
Hello, welcome back. I'm Natasha McCarthy. This hour I'm joined by lovely Angie Attwood. I will be with her in just one moment. I've got so much fabric to show you before we start with Angie, but I just want to show you, this is the fabric, this is the runner, this is your Christmas table runner. Isn't that absolutely stunning? That is what Angie has made for us today. This is your grey bundle, 21.45, brings you the panel that has all of these on it, a metre of backing fabric, wadding and thread, all in for 21.45. I think this is absolutely stunning. This isn't even all of the panels, just absolutely gorgeous. Now we have got this today in two different colourways. Now this is your red, so if you go for that traditional red for your Christmas, these are the panels that you get. So you can have a wide one or you can have a narrow one. We did, Angie made it singularly, but you could do them double up like that. 21.45, they are absolutely gorgeous. Or the same could be said, you know, in the earlier hour we had the placemats. There's no reason why that couldn't be placemats instead of a table runner. Now, we've also got for you little animals that you can make a wreath out of, which is really rather gorgeous. Don't forget you get your thread in with that other bundle as well. Now, this is, you get your ribbon in here, and, oh, actually, so this is your panel. Cameraman Tom, could you just throw me that? Which is it made. We've got a bit of it made. Just I'm looking at it going, oh, it's just out of reach. Yeah, thank you. So you could make these into a wreath, but what Angie did, which I think is really rather lovely, helps if I hold it from the right bit, because you get your ribbon as well, so you could have this as a hanging. How pretty is that? So for 17.45, you get a lot on there. Because, and this is it, these could be Christmas decorations. You know, if you're someone like me that has a small child who likes to take all of the glittery sort of, you know, glass things off and the animals. But you see, you could back these in a different colour and then you've got all of those. Excuse me, I might just sneeze. How long did that take, Ange?
Well, they're really easy to do, actually, especially the pinked ones. The ones with the pinking shears are really quick to do.
Quick and easy.
Yeah.
Now, you are also getting red backing fabric. So all of these, hang on, how many you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh, loads. Well, I'll go through this in more detail. I've got so much fabric, so excuse me if it feels a little bit rushed while I go through and show you all of that. But that, backing fabric, little animals and your ribbon, all in there. Now, next one up. Wow, I mean, this is what I mean. We've got all of these to go through. So let's start with your stripes, because the colourways in here, the reds throughout all of these are that dark, rich, lovely Christmas red. It's not an orangey red, it's a lovely, rich, 100% cotton, gorgeous, rich red. So that's $4.95. Now, let's go Christmas trees. We've got Christmas trees. So each of these, we've got them in grey or in red. Excuse me, I may well just sneeze quite a lot today. So here are your Christmas trees. And again, the Scandi style in there. You've got sort of a pattern in there. And that is your Scandi in red. Let me show you that then in grey. We're showing you these very, very quickly. We will show you these again later, but Angie's waiting in the wings, chomping at the bit, ready to get going. So that's your grey Christmas tree. Now, if you actually have been admiring our set and haven't, our set designer's done a beautiful job, then they're just up in there. Oh, behind me here as well. They're all over the place. And here they are, dancing around the place. And again, $5.95, prancing in the red. We were trying to remember all of the names. Prancer, Dancer, Donna, Was Donna a name? Surely not. Donda, not Donna, producer Paul. Donda and Blitz. I don't know. We don't know. I've got producer Paul thinking that it's called Donna. If you know, Dasher. Dasher's got to be there. Dasher, Prancer, Vixen, Comet. Who else is there? It's not Donna. Cupid. They're all getting silly upstairs. Right, let me show you more Rudolphs and reindeers that we don't know the names of. Donna the Rain. Hello, my name's Donna the Reindeer. That's not right. Donna. Madonna. Then you've got it in the grey as well. So whichever way you're going. Oh, producer Paul says he's reading it off the internet. Can't be wrong. Plus he says he's really wrong. Oh, well, the combination of the two. Winner every time. There we go. There are your... This is why I don't do pub quiz, because I don't know things like that. Your basics, like name your reindeer. That is... What are we calling this one? Oh, your snowflakes. And that is cream on red. Actually, that's just a fabulous fabric. These are really fabulous fabrics anyway, just because they're really fabulous fabrics. They don't necessarily have to be Christmassy, these ones. But mix it all in, and yes. So this is going to be your red on cream. There it is, $4.95. And then you've got your grey on cream. Angie's been very patient. Thank you, Angie. Oh, she's prepping. It's fine. She'll have it all made by the time I get over there. There is your silver on cream. Coming up any second. There it is. Oh, a grey on cream. Oh, but then I love the grey. Yes, your cream on grey. And this is the last one, and then I'm going to go over to Angie. 2 more. Oh, we haven't got the snowflakes through yet. Oh, that's your, yeah. Here we go. This is your snowflakes here. These are lovely as well, aren't they? These would just make, you could get any of these and make a Christmas quilt. And it would be gorgeous. Oh, and then the last one is, of course, the red. And all the same tones as well, which just works an absolute treat. Very nice. Okay, so that's your details for the red one there. Angie, I'm on my way. Yay! Go Prancer, go Dasher, go Donna. Blitzer. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Well, I'm good, thank you. Got a bit of cotton there.
Oh, I've got cotton and hair. No, I'm covered in it.
I've got a little gift for you.
Angie, I love him. Thank you.
One of my little handmade Christmas brooch. I don't do Christmas jumpers. This is as close to a Christmas jumper as I get.
I love glitter.
Brooch. A little brooch. A little Christmas brooch.
Oh, so I will work out how to put that on in a second.
No worries.
Foxed by a child safety thingy. Right, now, yeah. Angie, show us this, because you've worked hard on this.
It's a lovely panel, though, isn't it? You can, like you say, you can do so much with it.
I'd be tempted to hang it from the wall.
Yeah. Well, when I made it to this point, actually, you know, we've all got a little slim bit of wall somewhere between 2 windows or a little alcove.
Yes, yeah, or next to the door or something.
And I just thought, oh, that would look really nice hung. I don't have a posh table runner, but I was wondering, do people actually use them to put their roast dinners on, or is it just to dress the table first? Do you whip it away before you put the food out?
Oh, I don't know.
See, I don't know. The viewers need to message in and tell us whether these table runners get washed or not. You know, because what I was thinking was, this is beautiful, and I've quilted around some of the shapes in the panels.
You've quilted in red, actually.
In red in some of them, and I've added a little. I couldn't help but put a little raid my button tin and put a little button on the reindeer there.
Everyone's messaging in about Donna.
I'm not surprised.
Patricia in West Yorkshire says, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donna and Blitzen. I stand corrected. Donna, the perfect reindeer name.
What I was thinking with this, though, for anyone out there that likes to hand embroider,
Yes.
Wouldn't it be lovely to actually embellish it further? And that's
You
what I
could
was
get your
thinking.
metallic threads out.
Because then it would be really nice on the wall, but it wouldn't necessarily be something you'd throw in the washing machine then if you'd hand embroidered it necessarily.
But you can wash it.
You can wash it, yeah, absolutely. If you don't hand embroider it, then certainly. So, like you showed just earlier, I wanted to leave the panel as it comes to show people how it comes. So depending on the shape of your table, if you've got a little round table, you could use just 4 panels in the middle of a round table.
Nice, yes.
If you've got a big rectangle table, it would work just as it is. I did 6 panels there, but you could chop this in half and do it if you've got a really long, if you've got a big family, a really long table, or you wanted it hanging over
because
the edges.
the envelope bits come out on the end of the table, don't they, at Christmas? Because you've got to fit everybody in.
Around, yeah.
In fact, my husband even we've got makeshift bits that we stick onto the end of our table to fit everyone on. Oh. And there's always someone that has to have the low chair.
Yeah, the little stool.
Yeah, that wobbles a bit. So when you've decided how you want it,
work out your proportion. As you say, you could do them as individual placemats, but really nice as a wall hanging or a table runner. One thing I just wanted...
Half the stock's gone already. We're going to have to be quick.
I mean, they are lovely. What I wanted to point out with any panels, really, is don't just think when you get it and it comes off the bolt like this, don't just think as you would your normal fabric, cut it while it's pre-folded. Often we fold our fabric, don't we? Keep it folded off the bolt put a ruler down here and chop. Don't do that with your panels because they're very rarely printed straight as it's folded on the bolt. So what you have to do is be really careful and just cut a little bit at a time.
These are gorgeous.
They are gorgeous. So I'll start by... I'm just going to do 1 square just to show the process. Okay. It's the same principle whether you do 1 square or 6 or whatever.
I just think they're absolutely stunning. For me, it was always about Christmas cards and things like that. But actually, there's a wealth of sewing that can be done for Christmas, isn't there?
Yeah. I really like the idea of it being on a wall, actually. Could even be something that you put something down and peg all your Christmas cards to or something.
I love the idea.
So, yeah, it's nice. You never know never got enough windowsill space, have you, or shelf space? So in the middle of here is about 2 inches. I think it's exactly 2 inches. Yeah. So what I'm just going to do is align the raw up on the 1 inch. But as you can see it can be slightly off. So just go with 1 square at a time.
Please do check out your baskets. I'm onto a stock warning already. Oh my goodness. Only 10 left of the wreath of this one.
We'll
come my
to
goodness. That. And we've barely looked at that. 10 left of that.
Really?
Half the stock of the red is gone and half the stock of the grey is gone. Oh my goodness. I told you you'd love it.
I think it'd be really nice to have both colours in the panels because there's so much that you can do with it.
Now, you see, did I mention that you actually get your wadding as well? I don't know if I even got that far. You get your wadding, you get your thread, it's all in there.
Let's leave that over there.
This is brilliant. These could be little cushions.
Yeah, well, actually, while we're on that subject, because I made that with 6,
yes,
I'd got 2 left over, just to show you if you wanted to do little napkins.
Right.
We've got some gorgeous ribbon. This is one of the panels left over from my 6 table runner. And all I did was put it right sides together with the backing fabric, stitch all the way around, leave a gap, turn it inside out, so it's and a lovely napkin.
Yeah,
really
again, which you're going to bring out.
Yeah.
That's a little lap napkin, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you've got your Christmas cake on it.
Really sweet.
Or your turkey sandwiches.
To wipe your gravy off your chin.
Okay, more in the baskets than we have available. It's going to be now. Whoever checks out their baskets first, people will miss out, which makes me sad. But I did warn you.
They are lovely.
Oh.
So we're going to do the heart. Okay. So all we need to do is cut...
So do you need to be careful about how you cut out around the edges?
Well, like I said, you've got 2 inches in the centre, and so I just chopped it half and half. Okay. You've got 1 inch between each panel going in the other direction, so you get half an inch.
Okay.
So you can see I had enough to join, because I've cut 4 and then I joined 2 of the reindeer panels on the end.
Yes.
So you have got enough to join things like that. What I did there was, I think I used some of the selvage. So I joined this one at the top, haven't I? Yes, I've put that one at the top. Yeah. So I've used some of into the selvage to join, so we get the equal spacing. And the same with the other end. You've got the selvage this end, so I've used that to join on the bottom. Yeah, so lovely. It works.
I'm going to have to take the details out because basically it's about to sell out. So I don't want to tease you. So if you need it, 0800 112 4433. I can't guarantee it.
Oh. Well, it's lovely that everyone that's got it in the basket's going to have a lot of fun, aren't they?
Absolutely love it. Now the grey we've still got some of. So if you would like the grey, and I love it in the grey.
Yeah, it's lovely.
But again, more in the baskets than we have available. So please do check out your baskets. 7 available and at least 12 of you with it in your baskets.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's after everyone's checked out. Okay.
So whatever proportion you're going to, cut your wadding and your backing slightly larger, just so that you've got a bit of wiggle room.
Is that, exactly that. It's just wiggle room.
Just a little bit of wiggle room. You don't need a lot. And what I started with, basically, the basics of the quilting, just to hold it all together, is I used the framework. So
use what's given.
Yeah. So we've got a singular line on some of them, or a more solid line like on this one. So I quilted around the outer square and the inner square. And then I did some free machine embroidery around the different patterns. Now that you can do as little or as much as you like.
Yes.
Around this, for instance, it would be really nice to really quilt heavily here, and the heart would then pop.
Oh wow!
You know, so if you quilt areas more densely,
because you could quilt in straight lines in between the stars.
Yeah, or little tiny vermicelli. And then so it flattens that, but then that would really puff up. Like, can you pass me the little the little doves there? When I was tying in all my ends from the quilting. So again, I've not quilted. I've quilted the squares.
It's not been quilted massively.
Haven't quilted every little heart or snowflake. I just went around the birds, and where I started at the beak, and so these are the ends that I should have tied in.
Oh,
and I just decided to knot them. And keep them out. So
2 turtle doves.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
So, and again, you can see, I've just followed some of the shapes. So if you're just comfortable straight line quilting, you can do straight line quilting. You don't have to do any free motion, but you can do as little or as much as you like.
Excellent.
Like say, you could do straight lines between the shapes, and then you're not having to get into the free motion if you don't want to.
But it's entirely up to you. But you don't have to quilt it heavily, do you?
No, I say you could just do the borders, which I'm going to. Shall I go around this one now, and then we'll move on to the little decorations, because there's such a lot you can do with those too.
There we go.
So what you want to do is put your walking foot on if you have it.
Okay.
And just lengthen your stitch length a little.
Why is lengthening stitch length important?
Well, for quilting, we don't need such a tiny stitch, because it's not as if it's holding a seam together.
Okay.
And also, with all that wadding, you want it to be able to move under the machine.
Okay.
But actually, the quilting stitches just look nicer if they're...
I
forget to lengthen the stitch. So I always do it between 3 and 3.5 stitch length, and they just look then a lot nicer. So I'm just following, literally using the design of the panel. Just go along the outer edge. And I haven't basted this, but obviously you would baste it in some way, either hand baste it to hold everything together, but this is just a little square.
Okay.
Or spray baste it if you have a spray adhesive.
Now, coming up on the screens are going to be the graphics for all the beautiful fabrics that we have by the ½ metre. So everything else is sold out. It's been a frantic start to a show there. Gosh, well done. I mean, congratulations. You've really, surpassed our expectations. You've absolutely loved it. Not surprisingly when it comes out as gorgeously as this. But the fabrics that we have, again, beautifully Christmas. It's that Scandi style again. If you've already bought these, the fabrics will mix and match and blend beautifully. But if you're wanting to do, table runners and quilt it, then of course the fabrics, this of course gives you a feature panel, but you can do all of your quilting with all of those colours. You're going to get the same colourways, perfect for Christmas. And we'll take a look at those in just 1 minute.
was going to say, while I'm going around this square, if you want to...
Shall I go and look at them then?
Yes,
once you
yeah.
go? So are you going to go around the outside and then the inside square?
And then if you'd like to come back to me when I do a bit of free machining, that would be super.
Hold that heart for me then. Okay. Right, step this way. So all of these have gone. I'm going to get rid of all of these because they've gone and I don't want to tease anybody anymore. There we go. Oh. Now, let's start with the reindeers then, shall we? Let's pull these out. We've got greys, we've got reds. I love reindeer. I just think they're fabulous beasts. Here they are. Here they are. Look at them. So by the ½ metre, this is what that's going to look like. So we've got the grey and the red. So either way doesn't matter. This is it on your grey. Really pretty. And again, this is the same type of colour grey if you've just bought any of the panels. But I think, you know, you could do a beautiful Christmas quilt with these. And the red, just looking lovely. There it is. I don't know what it is about the Scandi colours. They're just always so festive, always so right. £5.95, as Angie says, very contemporary. So they are your reindeer, Donna, as we now know. She's there. Okay, now shall we look at the other reindeer then? Let's go reindeer crazy. I've got red and grey, so here's your red. All of these 100% cotton. Now, the thing to note here is that you do have kind of a textured background. It's not just a flat red on the background here. That's the beauty of the Scandi, is that you do get that little textured red in there. So, and then your grey. This is your grey. And there you go, that's your grey reindeer there. Hey, love them. Now, Angie, I'm coming back to you. I'm coming back. Well done to everybody that managed to get the panels, that managed to get all of that. Well, they sold out incredibly quickly, quicker than we ever thought. So congratulations to you for that. Christmas in July. Who'd have thunk it, eh?
Well, I wasn't sure, but you need time to make things, don't you?
You do. That is the key,
That's the
isn't
key.
it?
Yep.
You know, as you get, once you get to sort of November, December, if you're just still starting to buy to make.
We'll be bringing lots of other smaller projects, I'm sure, but the larger ones.
But the larger ones, things like this,
or
you
gifts,
need that time.
Good to get ahead with.
Absolutely.
Making gifts is a nice way of doing this.
Now, you've just changed the foot.
Changed the foot. I've put my
scary
quilting foot on. As I say, you could actually do this heart with a normal foot, actually just taking it really easy. But I just thought it's a bit difficult doing free motion stood up, but we'll give it a go. Why not a little bit?
Okay.
If you had quilted this as far as you want to go, all that you would do then is you can see I've got a bit more this side. I've got the inch this side, and so you trim it down equally all the way around, and then add your binding around the edge. So it's as simple as that. So as much or as little quilting. But you can see if you just want to do the square, you can actually, it does hold everything in place. If you just want to use the frame.
You've done two layers, two goes round.
Yeah, that's it.
And that will hold.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's giving some relief. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, I got my free motion foot out the other day.
Okay.
Wow, I salute you. I need some tips, basically, is where I'm going with this. Please help.
Well, I'm going to remember to drop my feed dogs to begin with. It does take a little practice, free motion. But
I realised that as I went straight in on a project and thought, I've got it. Oh, yeah.
It takes a little bit of practice. But the thing is, it's nice, actually, to do it with these smaller projects, because then you don't feel intimidated like you're going to ruin a whole big quilt.
You can always unpick, can't you, if it goes horribly wrong.
And actually, I started specialising in free motion embroidery, which is smaller stitching. But with free motion quilting, I always say go for a bigger stitch than a tiny one.
Still a bigger stitch?
A bigger stitch again, yeah. It looks nicer, but also you can unpick it far more easily. So, yeah, try to... the beauty of this project is you've got something to follow.
Yes. You're not having to make it up
You're not
as you go
having to
along.
come up with those beautiful designs, and if you're not very good at curves, if you get square edges and things like that, you know, you've got something to go for here.
Why are you looking at me when you say that? I can't imagine why you're looking at me when you say that. Did you see my project?
No, I didn't actually. I'm just used to teaching it.
Oh, so it's not just me then?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. But take your time and remember to breathe. That's my best tip. Because you hold your breath.
Yes.
So remember to breathe. Stop and breathe.
That is so true.
Yeah, you do.
Whenever I concentrate, I forget to breathe.
That's it. So we're just taking it nice and steady. I've got the foot down, haven't I? Around. What you can do if you've got a machine with speed control is you can set it real slow.
Okay.
That's difficult stood up actually, because if you're going to put your foot completely down, so my foot's flat to the floor now, and that's as fast as the machine will go.
Right.
So if you're nervous, then slow the machine right down, because then you can take it stitch by stitch.
The thing that I realised was that actually my stitch length varied depending on how fast I pulled the fabric through.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what I hadn't thought of, I hadn't accounted for.
That's it. With free motion, a lot of people get into their heads that they've got to have the machine running very fast. Now, if you've got the machine running fast, you need to move the fabric quite fast.
Yeah.
Because then if it's running fast and you're only moving slowly, you're going to get tiny little stitches on top of each other. So it's getting the balance, the sweet spot, as we sort of find what speed you're comfortable creating.
And that's only going to come through doing it, isn't
practicing.
it? You know, there's no point in sitting and looking at it and going, oh, well, I wish I could. The only way to do it is to get it out and have a go.
That's it.
Practice on some scraps first. Draw yourself a heart and give it a go first if you're
doing
nervous.
if you're doing proper free motion quilting where you're making the patterns, you generally do work faster than this. But if you're tracing a design, it's easier to slow down.
Right.
So we're just taking it nice and steady.
Because and already I was thinking, just drop it down and drop the needle down and spin it around. Of course you don't, because the feed dog's on in there, so you can go in any direction. So you do.
And also good training, because although it's easy to do that with a small panel, if you have a big quilt under here or a bigger table runner and it's squashed in there, you don't want to keep turning it around.
Right.
So get comfortable in working in
different
directions. Yeah.
Is this where quilting gloves come in?
Yes, I would normally have quilting gloves on. It really gives you a bit of a more grip to move the fabric for certain. And if you're working on a bigger project and you've got a bigger extension table, all those things help move the weight of the quilt.
We've got those on the website, so if you do need quilting gloves, I didn't even know they were a thing that I would need.
I know.
And then I was doing it thinking, just a little bit more grip here.
A friend said to me when she didn't know about them either, and I mentioned them to her, she said, does that mean that would help me stop licking my fingers? Yeah, absolutely.
I remember going to school with a girl whose mum always used to wear driving gloves. Does anybody wear driving gloves anymore? But she always used to wear driving gloves.
I remember the days.
Yeah, and so I just remember thinking, I wonder if quilting gloves are going to be a bit like driving gloves.
So I've just followed around the heart there, and then you can, front or back really, you would just pull your threads.
So, now why do we have to pull these through?
So you've got.
Why can't we just snip them off?
Well, then there's a chance that it will come undone. So what we like to do, if you've done like quite a few little stitches on the end, you can see actually I can't, well, it's just coming through. If you can't get it through, then it's knotted quite securely, but generally that's going to come through, I think, that one. Pull that through, and what I tend to do is tie a little knot, not right at the end, but you can use, sorry, I'm just going to move my fingers. So I'm going to move the knot to about 1 centimetre away from the end, or a quarter of an inch. And what you can do then, I don't have one with me actually, but if you pop it onto, you can either put it through a normal needle, but I use self-threading needles because you can push the thread on, so it's really quick, rather than trying to put that through a needle. And then you feed it back inside the wadding, so it through the middle layer, And when it comes to the knot, so you feed it in and back out, and when you pull it, you'll hear the little knot pop. Into the wadding, and then you can trim the ends off, but that knot is going to act a bit like a barb, so it'll stop the threads from pulling back through. So that's quite a nice way to tie in your ends. As you say, if they've knotted securely, then you can nip them off.
Oh, how neat she is. It's just perfect, isn't it? Absolutely
really.
Perfect.
Actually, it doesn't really matter. Don't be stressed if you go a little bit off the pattern, and a little. Mine aren't perfect really, but they're close enough.
I mean, you can't you?
Yeah,
you could go to town on all of those. There's so much that you can do.
And like you say, then if you do more here, it will make that pop, or if you do more densely quilting in there, it will flatten that down and give this the emphasis. So, and you might want to do some. This is lovely because you don't have to think too hard. You can do some hand embroidery on here. You could do some little French knots and things like that.
Yeah,
couldn't you, put some sequins on if you want a bit of.
Oh,
glitz.
lovely!
So lots of, it gives you lots of scope then to make it your own. So you can still make it bespoke.
What I love about this is that it's everybody's project. So this is beginners all the way through to really experienced, because of the number of things that you can add.
Yeah, you can do as much
if you
or
want
as
to
little.
do anything else. So the fabrics that we've brought you this hour have been perfect. Obviously, the panels, if you were lucky enough to get those, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But the other fabrics that we've brought you today are all there so that you can absolutely get cracking with Christmas quilts, different Christmas gifts, different ideas. All of the colours work beautifully. You can mix and match them through with complete confidence that the colours are going to work.
They're lovely, aren't they? All the red and greys, really lovely. So if I, shall I move on to the panel, actually, the decoration panel? Do you hear the squeak here today? Yeah, every time I
there
move.
Is a squeak, isn't it?
Got a squeaky floorboard. Do we still have some of this?
Yeah. No, we haven't got any of these left, but we will just show how to use them.
Yes,
Producer Paul was just saying, is this the Alpha Squeeze Cutter? Yes, it is.
Always my go-to.
A lot of you new to the channel. Hello, welcome. It's Christmas in July. Very cold outside, very cold. But this is one of the rotary cutters, because this is a question that we get asked regularly, is what rotary cutter do our experts, that's you, Ange, recommend? And you always ask for this, don't you?
I do, yes, it's my favourite one.
Now, this has got, if you push that in, then that releases. And the thing that I love about this, and I think so many people do, is that it's the safety aspect, that when you squeeze and you cut, the blade is engaged. As soon as you let go of it, that blade disappears.
Yeah. So if you drop it.
You can lock it out if you want to. If you're doing lots, you can lock it out. But you can also, if you've got small people like me that like to pick things up and just I'm just looking, mummy. Oh, then just lock it out, and then you can't. You can't. And he wouldn't understand how to do that yet.
I even habitually now, I cut and put that on straight away. Because if I put it down on my work table and I'm doing this, trying to find, to me, and it's going to be so easy to catch that blade. So, I just habitually always click that on.
And it's just it's a millisecond and it's done.
Some of the other ones I know I have difficulty with, because you've got to make that conscious. It depends what you're used to, doesn't it? But I like this because you don't have to think. The ones where you have to think to put the blade in and out, then they often get left out all the time. I was teaching on Friday and I could see a lady in my class and I'm like, with the blade, it's like, So, it's so easy to leave out. So
it's just one of those little safety things.
Yeah.
Now, you've chosen that one today. Are you going to use a rotary cutter to cut these out?
No, I would use a rotary cutter to cut if I wanted to then chop the edges off that, make that all neat for the binding. For these, actually, I would just get your... got just some mid-sized fiskars here, which are lovely. Really easy to cut around these.
Now, you've also got what I love about these panels. Can
Yeah,
I just show
really.
how many? So if you managed to get a hold of these, well done.
24, did we just say?
They sold out ridiculously quickly. Is it 7 or 8?
4.
Have you had a bit off the bottom there, Ange?
Oh, I have, yes.
Yeah, you've had a little bit off the bottom there, let's be honest. Because you've got these,
make those,
these little bits. Oh, now look. Oh, yeah, so look.
That's what I did.
So these came off the bottom.
This is actually just a bit of decorative piece of the panel, and you know me.
Nothing gets wasted.
Don't waste anything. I thought I'm going to do something with that. So I've just added a little bit of, you don't need to, but I put some fusible interfacing on the back just to give it a bit more body. Yep. And then we've got the lovely ribbon. But, yeah.
But you see, if you get any of the other fabrics that we've got, you can be making your own. That's the joy of it, isn't it?
And these are lovely because I don't have a tree at Christmas. I don't tend to go mad, but I've got a nice sort of piney hearth type affair with a few twinkly lights in and a few special decorations. Like I've got some glass ones and things from Malta where that's sentimental to me. But these, of course, you can make as individual decorations with a little loop of ribbon on and hang them.
Well, absolutely.
You can hang them like this in a long train.
Because these don't have. I mean, this has got sort of the echo of the wing.
Yeah.
And then your snowflake in there. But with our snowflake fabrics and things like that, you could be making these exactly the same. We put the kit together for you, but if you missed out on that, then you can get your Scandi fabrics and make similar.
Make them. And on the Macawa website, actually, they've used this. You can buy, would it be sort of wicker? A wicker circle.
Oh, right. So they
like
pop
a wreath
those
that you
round
can
there.
then add whatever embellishment to a wreath. So they've used a wicker circle as the base, and then they've put all these on that, so you can have a look at,
So you can
find
make
ideas.
all of those.
Yeah.
So head to our website, take a look. We've given you the Christmas red that. Oh, we've got some hoops. So if you on the website, there we go. So $9.95 gives you 3 different hoops, and the code is MX. No, N for November, sorry. NXGC49. That's your code for those. Lots of you have been asking about our Christmas decorations. I mean, the set looks lovely, but these are the fabrics. These are the ones that we've used. Now, you've cut one of these out.
I've cut one of these out, and I've just got some backing. This little Scandi heart stars is lovely, isn't it? In both colours, actually.
Yeah, and
it's
we
really
have that
sweet.
by the half metre on the website as
and
well.
And like you say, it's got this almost like a linen texture.
Yes.
It's not just a flat cream.
But without having to work with linen.
Yes, of course. Yeah,
so that's the real joy of this.
A lovely texture.
I'm going to be honest, that's cut out roughly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's okay.
Just cut out roughly.
Okay.
There are 2 ways you can do these decorations. You can either put them right sides together, stitch around them and turn them out. So like I've done with this heart. So you've got an enclosed edge. Mm-hmm. This also makes it a bit smaller. So I did the star and the heart in this way. Or you can put them wrong sides together, so right sides outwards, and just stitch around and then use pinking shears. Well, I quite like the pink.
Like that one. I like the pinking.
So I thought I'd do this one like that. Now you can sew around this with a normal regular foot. I've got the free motion foot on there. It's the quilting foot, so and we're not quilting, so I'm not quite sure how it's going to behave.
Well, we'll see.
With no wadding.
I like that.
There. Should we see if it knows?
I'm not quite sure how it's going to turn out. It's only live TV. Anything could happen.
If it
so,
doesn't work, I can
just bear
change
with
it.
us. If it goes wrong, we'll try something else.
We'll change the foot.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's fine. So what you've got on these is you've got that outer border.
Yes.
So we stitch close to the design. So that's either going to be in your seam allowance or you use that for the pinking.
So between the 2 reds.
Yeah, so you stitch between those 2 and, you've got it on all the colours as a guideline.
Lovely.
So that's fine. As I say, this foot is really with wadding, so I'm not quite sure. And we haven't got it in the hoop either. This is a bit like don't try this at home, kids, isn't it?
Yeah, so don't do it like this. Do it like that.
But actually,
it's working.
It's working. I like to do it. We don't have any free motion on that often, do we?
No. So let's make the most of it.
Let's have a go. I have to remember to leave a gap because I'm really awful at that.
Now, you see, these are the sort of things that you will see in the Christmas shops when they start coming out. And they will be really expensive. You're going to be looking at paying a good few pounds per one of these.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen them in the shops for. But if you can get the fabric to make them yourselves, then it's really lovely. And I'm the same as you. I have sort of a wreath across the fireplace, and then we have these little things, because then it doesn't matter. I've got cats as well. They like to play with Christmas decorations. Cats are small children and dogs. It's a winning combination at Christmas. So
yeah, I've got a cat, but we don't have a tree, so yeah, he gets to miss out, unfortunately. I think he's hard. Yeah.
yes.
Abused cat.
Oh, I think he'll do all right. But you see, this is it. This is where these kind of decorations are perfect, because then you don't have to worry.
No, that's it. But yeah, they've got no. Well, even with small children, actually, there's no glitter or sequins or that will come off, and they're safe. So pinking shears. I'm going to pink this actually before we stuff it, because it might just keep it flat.
Okay. Yeah.
So now with the scissors, you can just gauge between the zigzag of the teeth. You don't want any of the white showing.
Oh, I see. I see what you mean, yeah.
So you just gauge how far in you're cutting it, really.
And you can see that, can't you,
Yeah,
as you
can
go
see
through?
It's quite easy.
So where pinking shears just come into their own, isn't it?
Great, aren't they?
I think that was the only time at school they used to bring out the pinking shears for doing like Christmas tags when you recycled Christmas cards, and you'd be like, right, cut out the main picture with your pinking shears, and that would be that.
I actually pinked the inside of the napkin before I turned it out, because I just thought, as a napkin,
did you?
That's going to get some it'll be washed quite a lot, and so that inside could be fraying away. So I just pinked around.
We've got lots of different pinking shears on the website. If you don't own a pair of pinking shears, get some. You need some in your life. You do.
So that already now is looking
rather lovely.
Actually, sort of kind of echoes the pattern, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Ooh. And then it's a matter of popping in your.
We see with this, because you're not having to turn through, it's actually easier.
Yeah,
Will you finish off on the machine?
Yes, I was going to say. Then you can just machine stitch it as well, which I have to say, the heart, not the heart, the star, to turn out was testing, to say the least. It was quite fiddly.
With hindsight, would you do this one with pinking shears in future? Yes!
Don't even bother attempting that one.
If you're after any tools of the trade, go to the website, which is sewingquarter.com. We have got, if you head to shop, we have haberdashery. We've got fabrics, if you want backing fabrics, all sorts of things. We've got scissors, we've got cutting tools. Your scissors on there, that's where you get it. Scissors and knives. We've got mats and rulers, all these sorts of things that you need for doing this.
When you're stuffing these shapes, always try and push towards any points or furthest away. Start filling in the outer shapes before you just stuff the middle.
Now, you see, this is one of those things that someone once said to me, that the time of year or the occasions that people start to hand make for, whether it be cards, whether it be decorations like this, Christmas and weddings are the two occasions where you want to do that.
Yeah.
And that's the real beautiful thing of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks sweet on the back.
It does look really sweet, either which way.
Yeah. And actually you can see that if you do turn them the other way around, they get smaller, especially the star. I mean, it looks much bigger here, doesn't it?
Should we compare and contrast?
The star here is so much bigger.
Yeah.
Well, that you can see there, compared to when you've turned it out.
And there's your...
So they're larger when you pink them.
Actually, yeah, it's nice because it gives it an extra border, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think especially, like you say, they get a bit tiny, especially the star.
Oh, I like. Well, it's all so beautiful, really lovely.
So then, what you can do easily now is push the stuffing out of the way, and if you've got a zipper foot, that's quite a useful foot for doing when you've got something 3D under the machine.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, so often when I'm closing something like this, I'll put the zipper foot on for normal stitching, because you can get, that's designed to get close to the teeth. Of
course it is, yes, of course.
So then if you're stitching around something awkward like that, you can pop your zipper foot on.
Do you, because sometimes what I do is I overstuff a little bit and then leave a gap there,
And then push it back.
And then put a pin in to hold that stuffing back.
Oh, okay.
Out of the way of my feet.
Yeah.
Producer Paul says it's Christmas, you can overstuff as much as you like. Absolutely. I was talking about like proper stuffing though, not like chocolate. Although feel free to do that too. So yeah, I would just pop a pin there, and then I know that it's going to be all lined up to go around there. But actually, I'm going to use your zip foot idea. That's good.
Yeah. And then, like you say, if you've popped enough stuffing in, you will have enough then to just push plump back.
Yes.
It's like a cushion, really, isn't it?
You can fill them with lavender. You can fill them with cinnamon. You can. What are the cinnamon sticks? You could chop those up and put them in.
Yes.
And the little bits of sort of orange and things like that.
Smelly.
Yeah. Well, you could have that waft of Christmas, haven't you?
Waft of Christmas. Yeah.
There's a certain candle that my husband always has to have at Christmas.
Oh, I do quite like.
It's his Christmas smell.
A Christmas candle. Yeah.
And it's absolutely beautiful. It's that orange and cinnamon and wow, yum.
Christmas.
It's that mulled wine smell. Haven't we got mulled wine? I've got a lemon sip. Why haven't we got? Why don't we have mulled wine? I'm sure there are other throaty type drinks that are available, but you know.
There we are.
Now, Ange.
Yeah.
When would we stick a ribbon in if we were going to make this?
Well,
as a decoration.
When I did the other heart, I actually left the gap along the straight side here. This morning I left the gap on the curve. I think it would be, you'd think it'd be ideal to pop the ribbon in there and then close it up all together.
Yes.
But that V is quite, it's a bit fiddly. It's a bit tricky to get right.
Don't do that.
It depends on your experience and confidence, really. You could have a go at that.
You say experience and confidence. I can't even open the badge right now to put on my reindeer badge. So I don't think I'm really
you're
one to
not well, or have I given you one that's broken? No,
there we go.
It's not broken.
Yay! So we've got 6.5 minutes left, Ange. What else can you show us?
Gosh, I thought that... so then they're knotted off so we can trim those. That looks lovely, doesn't it?
So then, would you hand stitch on? I mean, I guess if you've got something like rickrack and you're using your rickrack as like a loopy thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you've got
ribbon.
If you've got the ribbon, then you can cut a section of ribbon. And it depends how you want it to hang as well. So you might just secure this a few stitches just to the back. And then you're not going to see anything from the front looking a mess or anything like that. With these ones here, you can just put a stitch through the back. I actually used my glue gun.
Sometimes that's all you need,
I got my glue gun out, actually, and attach those to the ribbon. You could do them with Velcro so that they can be removed and used in other parts.
Lovely, yes.
So that you can choose where you put them. So lots of different ways.
Actually, then you could get your kids involved, couldn't you, to decorate. They could put them on wherever they wanted. However they want.
That's right.
So congratulations to everybody who managed to get all of these, who managed to get the panels for the table runners, for the wreath, for the napkins. Congratulations on all of you that managed to get a hold of those. It went within sort of 4 or 5 minutes. Just
going to be some beautiful tables this Christmas.
There are there. I mean, that's the thing. Maybe if you've got the table runner, then maybe you want to make matching napkins, same but different, out of the fabric that we've got by 1.5 meters that you can buy the 1.5 meters.
And if you got both, you could mix and match. You didn't have to have all grey or all red table runner. You could have red square, grey square. Alternate.
Yes, you could.
So you could have
you could turn it into a big Christmas quilt, couldn't you? Because then you could have those beautiful panels, and then you've got.
Yeah, you could use it as a big Christmas quilt as well. Yeah, put the panels. You'd get 16 panels, wouldn't you?
Nice.
Yeah.
So if you manage to get your panels, there they are, and yeah, you could then do a bold. Full one. I've got a message apparently, which is...
Is it going to tell us whether people wash their table runners?
Oh, yeah.
Whether they put their turkey on top of them or whip it out.
Oh, yeah, that was the question, wasn't it? Leslie in Shropshire says, lovely show and fabric ladies. Hope you feel better soon. Tasha, lots of love. Thank you, Leslie. It's one of those things, isn't it? Freddie comes off school holidays and we all go down with it.
I thought that was why it's raining. Because the kids have broken up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, it's got to be one or the other. You're not on holiday, so it can't be you that set off the rain. It normally is. So it must be because the kids are on holiday. Yeah. Hooray!
But we did need some rain.
So I'm told.
We did need some rain. Are you not a rain person? No, obviously.
Yeah, not made for rain.
Not made for rain.
My hair's not made for
You've
rain.
got great wellies.
I do have great wellies. I've got great wellies.
Of course you're made for rain. You ride horses.
Yeah, in the rain.
walk dogs.
Because we live here in the rain. That's why I've got great wellies, you see. Right, so if you've grabbed your Christmas panels and you're all good to go, then great. If you missed out, then don't worry, because we've got other beautiful fabrics. And again, you can get the look. You can get that same colourway. You can get that same experience by getting it by the ½ metre, which I'll go and have a look at in just a minute. And Angie, I have to say, absolutely stunning. Can I just show this in its full beauty?
This is your modern contemporary Christmas, and my next hour I've got the traditional Christmas. So if this is not your thing, then the traditional's coming.
Do you know what?
Don't despair.
It's mixing and matching, isn't it? Everybody's Christmas is different.
And depending on what your decor is like as
You know
well.
what, actually, my mum has different Christmases in different rooms of her house.
Oh, that's a good idea.
She'll have multiple trees. You know, only little ones, but she'll have multiple different trees. She'll have, well, this is my silver tree. And then the big main one in the sitting room has got all of the decorations that we've made throughout the years. Yeah. You know, lace decorations that I made when I was 5 and stuff like that. But all on there. This is a keeper. It's going to come out every year. So has anybody told us whether or not they use their table runner and then just whip it out when the...
do they serve the food?
Or do you actually use it as it is intended?
Anyone?
Mary says she pops the turkey on it.
Oh.
Function and form.
Needs to be washed then.
Yeah, it will need to be washed.
washable.
And it can be washed because it's all 100% cotton. All the fabrics that we've got on the show today are 100% cotton.
Yeah,
so you are
really
good
quality.
to go. I've got a message. Karen in East Sussex. Hello, Karen in East Sussex. Says, hi, lovely ladies. Will you be getting more of these panels, please? We are going to check. But we did sell out of all of our stock. We will see if we can get any more. Had we had any more lurking in the warehouse, then we would have loaded it. We would have got management out of bed and made them load it for us. But, you know, as it is, they can have a nice lie-in. Oh, I stand corrected. Manager Hayley's in anyway, but she can't load us anymore. Oh, beautiful. So you're just going to trim down?
Yeah, you can see when something's quilted, it shrinks a bit and moves a bit. So don't worry that this isn't lying completely straight. Line it up at the edges, you know, as straight as you possibly can. I'm just trimming this down to ½ an inch all the way around.
So don't panic about that. That's a great top tip, because I would be worrying.
No,
thinking,
don't,
I haven't stitched straight, or I haven't...
And especially with a long panel like that, you know, just take each square as it comes and trim, and it will...
It'll all be happy.
It'll work out fine.
It'll all be fabulous.
It'll all be fine in the end.
Oh, we're all going to have such an amazing Christmas. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Ange, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
You have shown us beautiful ways to decorate our house. This is what it is. We're in the middle of moving house at the moment, and I knew that the house was the one when my husband turned around and went, and the Christmas tree will go there. As soon as he knows where the Christmas tree is going, that's it. That's it. House done. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Traditional Christmas quilts in an hour's time.
Coming up.
I have got so much fabric for you. So if you haven't seen the fabric yet for your Christmas, I bet I've got it coming up in the next hour. But I am going to show you those other Scandi fabrics now. So Ange, thank you very much. Go and have a cup of tea, and I will see you in just a moment. I'm wandering off over here. Ba-da-da-da. Now, most popular out of everything here are the Scandi Reindeer red on white. This one here. So if you want to grab these, and this is the thing, isn't it? In fact, if I just show you that and grab, well, I was just thinking, hi, back again. You see, look, there's no reason that you can't do similar with these fabrics and make your own. If you're confident to do that, go for it. So this is your Reindeer red, £5.95 per ½ metre. By far the most popular. I do love that. What are you making with it? Can you tell me what you're making? We've got it in the grey as well, which is also absolutely gorgeous. Are you making stockings with it, cushions? What are you doing with them? What? Oh. What? I like to know. Now, here we go. Let's have a look at the cream on grey. I love these. I have to admit to having a bit of this in my stash. It's just brilliant. $5.95 XLMY 28 for those reindeers. They're just beautiful, and reindeers have been so popular. And you've also got it in the red. So each of these we've got in silver and we've got in red. I think they call it grey, but to me it's silver. So here's your red one here. And again, it's not a flat red. There's detailing in that red. So it really is, it's got depth in there. $5.95 again per half a metre. Now your Christmas trees. Let's have a look at your Christmas trees. Oh, half a metre. Here's your grey Christmas trees. Mix and match them all. Like I say, when I've seen decorations made out of all these fabrics, they've been really expensive. Sort of one for the price of your half a metre type. Brilliant. There's your red there. So you can do reversible things, can't you? If you go for a bit of both. Very nice. And again, $5.95 per half a metre. So this is your red. Oh, hello, voice. There it is. Oh. Hey, now, you know what I was thinking? You know where Ange did that? If you are making your own version, why not do it with the stripe down the back? That would look really nice, wouldn't it? And then you could do that. So you could do that $4.95 for your red stripe. Next one. Oh, let's go with your snowflakes. Because, look, you see, you had your snowflake fabrics there, so you've just got more snowflakes. $5.95 QZMY 89, and then we've got it in the red as well. There it is. All of these, if you're after any of these, they are all on the website. So please do take a look. There'll be pictures next to them so you can see exactly which it is. $5.95 FQMY 57. Now, okay, let's go with the grey, your cream on grey. Very, very quickly, but they are all on the website, so don't worry if you've missed any of these. And of course, we've got the different size patterns, so if you are quilting, it's going to be beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. $4.95 there. Right, let's have grey on cream with a bit of red fluff there. There it is. There we go. The graphics will come in for that in just a second. $4.95. How much time have I got left? Oh, and then you see you've got it on your red ways as well. So any of these, take a look at the website, but please do check out your basket. You've seen this morning just how quickly these things do like to go. $4.95 for that one, and then your final fabric here. But mix and match them up. They're going to work a treat. I would love to see a quilt done out of all of these. Now, this is the last one from this hour, but oh my goodness, stay with me for the next hour, where we start to get gold on fabrics, which will look really rather fabulous. So something that we've never shown you before here on Sewing Quarter. So stay with me for the next hour, and then Angie's back with classic Christmas quilts. See you in a minute.
Join us on Facebook. Simply search for the Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more. The Sewing Quarter website is simple and easy to use. You can view a live broadcast of the show on our homepage. Get instant access to our online shop, which has a wide range of wonderful products for you to choose from. You can also enjoy a selection of projects and guides which we have on offer to help you enhance your skills and gain valuable tips. Watch the live shows and you can buy the product which is currently being shown on air. You can even message the studio to ask our presenters or team any questions you might have. Below, you'll find all the products from today's show for you to look at and purchase. On the right of the screen, next to today's products, you will find our simple program guide listing all upcoming shows. So, join us today at sewingquarter.com.
There are many different ways you can buy from us here at the Sewing Quarter. You can order from us by calling our free phone number at 0800 112 4433 and talk to the team at our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, there are other ways you can buy from us. You can go online and shop through our website at www.sewingquarter.com. You can even watch the show there and shop as you go. You can check out as many times as you like throughout the day and only pay a small fee of £2.95 postage and packaging for the whole day. We also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all products excluding custom cut fabric. Our friendly UK-based team will help guide you through every step.
Join us at the quilting event of the year this summer. From the 10th to the 13th of August, we'll be at the Festival of Quilts at Birmingham NEC. Come to the Sewing Quarter Cafe where you can meet our presenters and enjoy a spot of English paper piecing with special guests, including talented quilter Joe Carter. And on Sunday the 13th of August, join me, John Scott, and designer Mandy Shaw at the Sewing Quarter Workshop. Learn how to make Mandy's redwork Christmas decorations and take home a free iron-on pattern transfer to help you get started. If you fancy being part of the fun, head to www.thefestivalofquilts.co.uk and use the voucher code SEWQ17 for £2.50 off adult tickets and £1 off concessions. We hope to see you there.
Hello, welcome back. Now, we have got, which we haven't ever had on air before, gold fabrics. Look, there's gold detailing on the fabrics and they are absolutely gorgeous. Not like real gold, obviously, but it's just perfect for your Christmas table. Aren't they brilliant? So they are, but it's almost like they're painted on, because they really do grab the light. Do you want to see the prices? Ah, that's put a smile on your face, hasn't it? £3.45 for a half a metre. Now, you can wash these. These are 100% cotton. You can buy them by the half metre. What I do need to tell you about them, what happens if I go salvage to salvage? There you go. What I do need to tell you about them is that you can iron them, but iron them away. Obviously, don't iron them onto the goldy bits and don't tumble dry. But you can wash them. They are 100% washable. So that is your £3.45 gold foil holly sprig. We've got loads. So really, this hour is to boost your stash. That's what this is, with Tash, obviously. I'm going to go over here and show you one of the black ones. It's gold and silver and black. Look at this. Isn't that fab? Now look at that. Let me just waft that around so that you can see all that. Yeah, look at that. £3.45. I'm going to be honest. When producer Paul and I came in this morning, we did look at the prices and go, they added the margin on. Have they actually? Is that right? Is that right? We assume it is, but £3.45 is a fabulous price, isn't it? 100% cotton, and then you've got that metallic print on the top. Just fab. So I've got that in red and green as well. So let me find those. I've got it in white as well. Which should we go red next? Yeah, let's do that. So again, your gold and silver. Ooh. So there you go, everything in this hour with the gold and the silver on at £3.45. Amazing prices. Absolutely amazing. But if you want to mix and match that through with your black, yeah. Green is coming up next. Here we go. Doesn't it look different on the green? Yeah, producer Paul's just going, ooh, look at that on the green. Yeah. Ooh, squeaky, squeaky. Yeah. But look at that. Looks fab on green, doesn't it? Ooh, yes. Doesn't that look great? Oh, I do like that. Proper Christmassy fabrics. You can make your Christmas tablecloths out of this. You can do your napkins out of this. And then if you, talking napkins, this would be perfect for your napkins. This is gold and silver on the white. Ooh, look at that. Yes. Fresh and crisp. You know, people have different colours, don't they, for their Christmases. Now, maybe you just want to go gold, silver, white, traditional. Doesn't matter, you know, what else happens. They are always going to be your Christmassy colours. But, you know, some people go gold, black and white, don't they, at Christmas? Can mix that through. Oh, I do like those. No. Should we go swirly whirly next? Swirly whirly. I'm going over here for swirly whirly and red. Nice. I don't think it's actually called swirly whirly. Oh, it's called swirl. They just haven't put the Y and the whirly on. But no, this is your swirl. Fab. And again, when you see the fabrics that we've got with Ange next hour, then you'll see that these could mix through. These are fabulous, traditional golds, blacks, reds, perfect for your Christmas. $3.45. I mean, if I hadn't have lost my voice before, look at that. Oh, yes. Oh, luminous. Look at that. That's so lovely. I've never seen fabric like this before. I was thrilled when I saw this. I read it last last week because I had a week off for the school holidays and stuff. And I read gold foil fabrics. I was like, what's that all about? I didn't expect them to be as lovely as this. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is it in white. Oh, yes. So again, a completely different feel by having it there. Hey, now if you've got weddings, you see, you don't have to use this just for Christmas. So if you've got weddings to decorate, so yeah, producer wants a waistcoat out of this for a wedding. But you see, you could have this for your tablecloths, for your napkins, all that sort of thing. It's got that real festive quality about it. But, you know, Christmas weddings, you know, if you're decorating for those as well. Fab! They are my swirls. Now, let's look leaves. Ooh, yeah. Now, I've got a red holly leaf. Yeah. Look at that. This is Christmas in a fabric. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. $3.45 per half a metre. This is Christmas, epitomised in fabric form. Now we've got it in black and we've got it in white. Oh, okay. So sounds like I was booing it then, didn't it? We've got it in the black, but this is the one with the least amount of stock on, and I have a horrible feeling it's probably going to be one of the most popular ones. So please do check out your baskets and make sure that you're not disappointed with that. That is fab. If you're quilting with these, aren't they just going to be standout? Mix them through with our plains. Lovely. And then we've got it in the white as well. So again, perfect for your... perfect if you're doing a winter wedding with that white and that holly. The white is quite dramatic. It's really, really gorgeous. These fabrics have blown me away. The price is just phenomenal. You know, from afar, it just looks like a discreet pattern on with the white. But then when you get up close and you get that shimmer from the gold, it's really gorgeous. Ooh! Now, I've got snowflakes. I've got two different reds. So, I've got basically the same pattern, but one is on a brighter red and one is on... One's a what? One's a... One isn't for... Well, they both are. Oh, decisions. Don't know which one's which. That one. That one. Okay, details for this one coming up. That foxed me. There. That is your... There you go. That's your gold foil snowflake. And that's $3.25 on that one. Now we've also got that one in white. And have we got it in cream as well? There we go. That one there. Look at that. No, hang on. Let me just get the right one here. One of them is foil and one is print. Is that the foil one? Both looks the same. Gosh, tricky to know. There you go. There we are. So there's that gold coming through. An absolute treat there. Yeah. Look at those. So, whichever ones you're going for, there we go. Grab those. There we are. So do take a good look at those. Look at that beautiful gold coming through there. And off we go. Yeah. Aren't they lovely? $3.45 there. Your gold, your red, your white and red, your white and gold. Beautiful. $3.45. XEJQ91. Now, where is it? Where is Milame? Oh, where's Milame gone? Oh, we did have a giggle when we saw the lame this morning. I'm not going to lie, because it just... Should it have an accent on it, lame? Because it just said gold lame. And I'm like, no, it's lame. Where is it, Munch? Who's finding it? Yeah. Oh, you can't leave me lame hanging. Awesome. Thank you very much. Oh, it's lame. Here we go. Can I open this? Good. Oh, I want to get into it. Why can't you ever open these things? What's going on? Okay, I can't open it. Look at this, 20 metres of gold lame. Beresford lame ribbon. It's not lame, it's beautiful. Look at that. Oh, yeah. That is... So, what decade was it where gold lame was in? The 70s. Was everything kind of lame'd up then? I don't know why I'm looking at you, cameraman Tom, because I don't think you were even born in the 70s. No. What's the most popular, producer Paul? Tell me. Gold and silver snowflakes on black would look lovely with a spot of lame on there. A lame. I'm just going to shuffle these across. Go there, you. Ooh, beautiful. Oh, this makes me feel so Christmassy. It's fab. Here we go. So the black right now is the most popular. I'm not surprised. Look at it. It's amazing. Very dramatic. You're right. Incredibly dramatic. Because look, whoa, look at that. Oh, yeah. Is that going to be your Christmas tablecloth? What's that going to be? What are you going to make? Oh, message in. Huh? Oh, Christmas pyjamas, says producer Paul. Oh. Can I? Okay. Can I just tell you what's going on upstairs? Producer Paul wants Christmas pyjamas out of these. Award-winning director Mike wants to wrap his Christmas presents in this. Will you then put the gold lame on? Nice. Ah, that's beautiful. Look at all that. Doesn't that look fab? Oh, yes. Look how the light catches that. That's a bit special, isn't it? Oh, you've got to have a bit of glitter at Christmas, haven't you? Oh, yeah. The white snowflakes. Well, which particular snowflakes? And the gold, with the gold and the silver. Nice. A lot of love for the gold and silver. Producer Paul says, just make sure everybody knows it's not real gold, it's real silver. I think for $3.45, you know, we know that. But it does still look fab. You see, this is one of those discreet ones, isn't it? It's once you get up close that you really see. Yee. Look at that. Very nice. For ½ metre for $3.45. Yeah. What's going on, Producer Paul? Are you having trouble checking it out? Oh, it's not. Here we go. A few little computer glitches, as you know, we love to have. Computer says no on a Sunday morning. If you have any problems, do always phone our call centre, which is a free phone UK number, 0800 112 4433. We're not going to charge you anything because it's Christmas. We don't charge you anything all year round. So do give them a call. So if you are having any problems with our computer system, then just give them a call and they can help you out. Again, look at that silver and that gold. Looking lovely. GEJQ 84. Oh, Producer Paul, they're going for the green. Are they? Love that green. What are you going to do with them? Message me in and let me know what you're doing once you get your beautiful fabrics home. What are you going to do with them? What are you making with them? Are they napkins? Is this going to be a table runner, or is this just for Christmas decorations? What are you doing? Now, the fabrics should be coming up on the website. We've had a few little technical Sunday glitches, as happens. It's probably because it's so cold outside, Producer Paul. It's probably what's upset the computers. There you go. Yeah. Don't they look beautiful together? And accent and highlight with your lame ribbon. Lame. I know it's lame. So that's your gold, silver and red there. Yeah. And you see, so you can see it's just matching up really beautifully with all the other colours. And then, you see, this is it. Do you go for silver or do you go for gold at Christmas time? It doesn't matter. If you can't make your mind up, absolutely doesn't matter, because here you've got both. And you just see, oh yeah, look how that colour goes. It just catches the light. I've never seen a fabric quite like this. Brilliant, isn't it? Look at the price. $3.45. Very nice. Highlight with your gold lame. Very nice. Oh, oh, I know what you could do. You could do napkins. So imagine this rolled up as your napkins. Big old napkin, isn't it? But then you could get your gold lame, and that would look really pretty, wouldn't it? Nice. Nice, nice. $3.45 there. LCJQ 46. Now, I've got swirls. As long as, you know, as well as coughs and everything else. Right, let's move those out of the way. Let me show you some swirls. I think the most dramatic is the gold on black. Woohoo! Check this one out. Look at that. Way! Wow, so this is your gold on black swirls. This is 100% cotton. You can wash it. Don't tumble dry it and iron with the gold facing the other way so it doesn't go onto your ironing plate. But otherwise, treat it like cotton. Work with it because it's cotton. 100% cotton. Isn't that fab? Do you have to make Christmas costumes for your kids? If they're being one of the 3 wise men, you could make, or you could make wizard capes out of this, couldn't you? Yeah. Lovely. It is magical, isn't it? Absolutely magical. Yeah, we were watching Harry Potter the other night, you see? It's perfect. Yeah. So this is just about $3.45 per half a metre. Producer Paul says other wizards are available. Woohoo! Oh, you see, there you go. We don't need kids magicians. It's just a cape. You'll just be running around the house when you get at home. Woo-hoo. But you see, look. So it's black one side, so the print is just on the one side, as you can see. Yes. Yeah, you can see. Actually, that pleated effect looks rather stunning, doesn't it? I like that. Ooh. Da-la-da. $3.45 for your gold foil swirl print on black. Right, everything is now available on the website, so you should be, anybody who's been having any kind of problems, don't worry, it should all be fixed now. We've got messages. Can I have a little slab of... Oh, there were lots of messages for Producer Paul to get it sorted. He's sorted it. Oh, no, I've got a message. Alexandra in Essex says, beautiful fabrics. Would love to make a patchwork Christmas tree skirt. Love all the shows. Get better soon. Thank you very much. Yeah, I only discovered Christmas tree skirts last year. Didn't know what they were. Of course, fabulous for that. Absolutely fab. Because you know how otherwise, firstly, all your need, if you've got a real Christmas tree, all your needles fall. Christmas tree skirt catches it, and then when you get rid of all your presents on Christmas Day, it doesn't look so bereft underneath the tree because you've got a beautiful Christmas tree skirt. So thank you for that suggestion. Now, this is the most popular swirl, the gold on white. Now, remember, it's by the half metre. I've got a full metre here because I can. No. Sounded a bit rude, didn't it? I just, because I can, I've got a whole metre. But there we go. That's just, I love this one because it's a little bit more discreet. Oh, if you're making your own stockings, you could put this as the white round the top of the stocking. That would look nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, $3.45. So we've got Christmas tree skirt. What else are you going to make with them? What? Gold fabrics. Yes. I've got a red swirl as well to show you. Here we go. Let me see. Now you've got to see how this catches the light on the red. Way! Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The contrast of the gold and the red, it's classic. Absolute classic. It's opulent. It's stunning. You are Christmas ready when you get this. Absolutely Christmas ready. $3.45. AHJQ59. But look at that. Ooh. And it's 100% cotton. So you just work with it as you would your cottons. And again, print is just on one side. It's rather lovely. Ooh. Which is your favourite? Can you tell me which is your favourite? Producer Paul, do you know which is their favourite? Most popular is the green? No? Gold on black. Oh, the gold and silver snowflakes on black. Hang on, which might sell out. Let's go into this then. Right. Let me give you the details very, very quickly for that gold and silver on black, because if everybody checks out the basket, then we've only got 4 meters left, which is 8 units. So please, if you are after this one, and a lot of you have, please check out your baskets. Now, if you've got 1 unit in your basket, check it out. Just, you know, if you've got more in your basket, oh, I see what you mean. So Producer Paul says that if everybody who's got this in your basket only buys a ½ meter, then there's 4 meters left. If people start to multi-buy, then it's gone, basically. So please check out your baskets. If you've gone for the gold and silver snowflakes foil on black, please check out your basket. I mean, look at that. Woo! Now, another one that shimmers like that is your holly leaves. Like the holly leaves. What should we go for the black and the holly leaves? Let's have a look at that, shall we? Oh, now this. Oh, this is just really pretty. I love these with the gold accent on them in the black. Look at that. Whoa, I can see why upstairs our director and producer want to wrap their presents in these. And actually that is a thing, isn't it, wrapping in fabric? $3.45 for these. ZPJQ51. You can just get your pinking shears, finish off the edges, wrap and tie a bow. Beautiful. You know, if you're giving, yeah, couldn't you? Something like that. Wrap it and then get your, because wrapping paper's not cheap, is it? And you can start to wrap your prezzies in that. Just pinking shear off around there. Be lovely, be really pretty. I have a friend that always wraps her presents in fabrics, always. And then she just gets one bit of old thread. Now, more holly. Let's have a look at more holly. Now, that's your black and gold. Now, I wanted to see what that looks like in terms of with just the black and the white together. Because a lot of people do that, don't they? They do like a black and white Christmas. Look at those two together. Ooh. I like that. I like that a lot. So you see there's the light just catching that gold. And then with there. It's lovely, isn't it? As soon as the light catches, it's like, yeah, that looks really expensive. Hang on, $3.45? But that looks so expensive. Ah, look at that. But then you see, you throw in the red. Oh, now you see, how would you decide? I know your red is the classic, but how would you decide? I think you might have to have a little ½ meter of each. Treat yourself. But there's the red. They all look so gorgeous together. Imagine something quilted out of those. Look at the light just catching that. Ooh. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then, you see, you just put your... See, just as an edging. So if you were doing a 50-50 split or something, and then you get your lame, or lame, as it were. Message for who? For Cheryl. Cheryl, give us a call, my love. It's free to call, and they can sort out your problems. Now, well, I can't guarantee. I don't know what your problem is, but if it's sewing quarter related, then they can solve anything there. So if you want to go through to just buy, then it's option 1. If you've got any questions, you need a little bit of help, Michelle, go through to number 2, and they will be there to help you straight away. They are there, by the way, 24 hours a day. Yes, they are. They're there 24 hours a day. So even if you're watching us on repeat and you want to see if any of this luscious fabric is still available, just give them a ring 0800 112 4433. It is free to do so. Let's have a look at the sprigs. Ooh. Yes. La, la, la. Your red sprig is next. We don't have anything else like this, do we? This is the only sort of spriggy one. We don't have it in a gold. We don't have it in a white or a green. This is it. But as you can see, if you've never bought any fabric like this before, grab it. It's lovely. Because it's just all about Christmas. $3.45, and they are your holly sprigs. Lovely. ERJQ38. That's your code to grab that. And actually, if you're patchworking with these, then this gives you that mid-size pattern, because the swirls are all over, the holly leaves are all over. You've got quite a big print, haven't you, with the gold and the silver. So actually, this is a lovely one to just throw in that stash. Ooh, lovely. Hello. Hello. Yes, right. Let's go and have a look at our Scandi fabrics. I'm going to take my little cup with me. I've had special dispensation today to be allowed to bring in my mug today. Look, that's gold as well. Most popular is red Scandi reindeers. I'm not surprised. Red Scandi reindeers. It's scandalous. Here they are. You've educated me this morning. I still won't be able to remember all the names when it comes to the pub quiz, because there's always a pub quiz question, isn't it? What are the names of all the reindeer? I know you've told me several times, but we still can't remember them all. Here we go. Thank you for your emails. I have to tell you, producer Paul still hasn't forgiven me for questioning whether or not Donna was actually a reindeer name. Oh, it means thunder in German. Well, that makes more sense. And Blitzer means lightning. Oh, that makes far more sense. Oh, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer. They're all there. Vixen. How did they end up with Vixen? Because that's a female fox. How did they end up calling a reindeer Vixen? Anyway, $5.95 for your Scandi. Now, do you want to see that in the grey as well? Because I think that they work rather beautifully together. So you could do reversible things, couldn't you? If you've got the two different colourways in the grey and the red. But it's beautiful because you've got the elements of the Christmas tree and the hearts. And of course your reindeer. Yeah, there he is. There he is. Looking ever so lovely. And actually from afar, it just looks like a really lovely pattern. It's only when you get in close that you can see all that detail in there. Producer Paul wants pyjamas. Producer Paul, do you not have any good Christmas pyjamas? Well, we need to sort that out then, don't we? He doesn't have any decent Christmas pyjamas. So that's why he's gone, the gold ones. No, I think these would be far more snuggly and nice. And then we've got, reindeer. More reindeer, you say? More reindeer. Oh, snowflakes, you said. Oh, let's have a look at those. Well, you know. You said snowflakes. Let go snowflakes. Yeah, there you go. Ha. Now again, this is another one of those fabrics that from afar just looks like a pretty pattern, but actually when you get up close, it's really, really very pretty. Maybe this is the backing fabric for your Christmas quilts. But it's beautiful. Maybe you want to embellish it. Maybe you want to highlight it. Maybe you want to embroider onto it. but we've got this as well in the red. So let me put the red on top of here. Oh, apparently, check out your baskets because a lot of these selling out. It's just been one of those mornings, isn't it? You know, it's not Christmas every day. Now. I think these look lush together. So that's your red, that's your grey. This is your snowflake. $5.95 for your Scandi snowflakes in red. Can I just... If you're getting some of these to work with, to quilt with, then look how beautifully they work all together. A stock warning, I hear you say, Producer Paul. Tell me about this. Now, the Scandi Basic Snowflake on red, this one. Snowflakes on red, this one. Ooh, yes. Only 3 meters, so 6 units left. So if everybody checks out their basket, then that fabric has gone, which is lovely, not just for Christmas, but any time of year. Beautiful. So $4.95 for that. If you've grabbed it, well done. Please check out your basket. I'm going to leave that over there then, if that's gone. Munch, I've made a mess. Please, could you come and tidy? I need a Munch at home to just tidy up when I make a mess everywhere. Now then. Munch is our floor manager for today. He's in charge of, you know, keeping us stocked up and gorgeous. Oh, more stock warnings. Producer Paul, what's going on today? Gold swirl on white. Yes. Oh, please check out your baskets because... it's going fast. So to guarantee your order for this. Now, are any of you grabbing this for winter weddings? It'd be gorgeous, but you have to grab it quick. Sorry, Munch, I made a mess. He's all right, he doesn't mind. But you see, look, you see, just as that moves, you get that lovely catch of light on the gold, making it look really opulent. Ooh, beautiful. $3.45. It's the price I can't get over on this. Absolutely fab. Is that the only one that we need to worry about? Oh, no, 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 says Producer Paul. Oh, no, no, no. Gold and silver snowflakes on white. Gold and silver snowflakes on... Oh, yeah. We've had... Oh, yeah. Oh, gold and silver in black, that's gone. Well done. Pop that there. Now, if everybody checks out the baskets, there are only 4 meters left of this one. Now, remember, here at Sewing Quilted, we're different from other channels whereby we will cut your fabrics by the ½ meter. So if you did want this for your Christmas tablecloth, then and you needed 2 meters of it, then you put 4 meters in the quantity, 4 in the quantity box, and that will give you 2 meters because it's by the ½ meter. If your maths just isn't up to it, give us a call. It's free to do so, 0800 112 4433. But please do check out your baskets. £3.45 per ½ meter. It's an absolute steal. Stock warning on the green. Oh my word. It's all going on this morning, isn't it? Okay, here's the green. This is the only green we've got on the table actually this hour. So, you know, yeah, it's Oh, apparently you've got to check out now if you want this. Do you know, I don't mean to sound sort of, you know, to rush or panic you, but I do not want anybody missing out. So it's just to give you a stock warning that if you've got your heart set on this gold and silver, then please do make sure that you have checked out your basket for it. Is that all that we need to worry about, producer Paul? Oh, no, no, no. He says, no, 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 no. Red, say it with the gold and silver and red. Well done, all of you. Really, I'm impressed, organised, getting ready for Christmas in July. Mind you, the weather does mean that actually it's more Christmassy, isn't it, than summery out there. At this price, I think everything will sell out. That's the honest truth of it, because the price is just crazy. So as and when we can, we'll give you the stock updates. But basically, my general warning to you is check out your baskets, because it's all going to go. There's no doubt about it. It's all going to go. Sooner or later, it's all going to go. I mean, look at that. £3.45 per half a metre. Just fab. Ooh, fab. LCJQ46. Check out your baskets. Make sure that you don't miss out, because Christmas is in July. Do I need to leave these on the table or take them off? I'll leave them for a moment. Because it depends whether or not you check out your basket. Someone, that is a very good point to make, Producer Paul. Someone could call up and just order it all now, and then it's gone. It's only secured once you check out your basket. Holly on black. Oh, holly on red. Should I just take all of them? Holly on red is a stock warning. Ooh, makes change for a weather warning, doesn't it? Stock warning. Here you go. If you are after this beautiful, beautiful fabric, would be a lovely cushion, wouldn't it? Or even if it was just a trim around a cushion, because you'd use the rest of it elsewhere. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. £3.45. MFJQ50. Lovely. Now, are we okay for the black on this one? At the moment, it's okay. Let's have a look at the black, though, because that would... Producer Paul, this is Producer Paul's favourite. Is this... Was this the one that you wanted pyjamas in? Look at that. Just look at the colours there. That's it. That's your Christmas fabric. Lovely. And again, so you've got that contrast, should you wish, if you were just to turn a corner over. Oh. Producer Paul. Pyjamas like that. We'll get you a girlfriend with pyjamas like that. Be amazing. So that's your gold. Do you want to see it in the white as well? He's giggling to himself at the thought of pyjamas and that. We could make that happen for you, Producer Paul. I like this. I like this a lot. This white with the gold, I think, is perfect for your tablecloth needs. Anyone could just have a plain white. You won't get this one. I didn't cough into the fabric. I coughed into my hand. You won't get this one. I have not got swine flu. They're so mean to me today upstairs. I've just got... it's because of the cold weather, isn't it? That's what's going on. It is. It's horrible outside. There you go. They are your swirly. No, these aren't your swirlies. These are your hollies. I'm going to alarme you next. I'm going to alarme you. Here we go. Now, I'm sure this should have an accent on it or something. When it comes up on your screen and it just says lame ribbon. It's not. It's lame. Look at that. Lame ribbon. 20 metres of it. Whichever way round. Your lame fabric. £8.95. Where does the word lame come from then? Do we know? Nice trim on things. trim all over the place. What would this look? Oh, this would look nice with everything on the show today. So whether you're just, okay, so case in point here, even if you're just getting a piece of plain black and then you want to lame it up, go for it. Which decade was it that went crazy for lame? Was it the 70s? If you're making, no, it's not that soft to use on pyjamas. But I tell you what, this would look lovely if you're doing your decorations to have that. It would look particularly nice. You can make your ribbons from it. You can tie your presents with it. Is this someone telling me about lame? Oh, Alison in Lancashire says, hi Tash, just joined as a new customer. Hooray! Thank you very much. And already bought my Christmas stash. Love the show. Thank you, team, says Alison in St Anne's. Thank you, Alison. Can I just say, actually, on that note, that our team of buyers have been working on these Christmas shows basically since we started the channel. So Christmas for them has been since about January, February. They've been sourcing the most gorgeous fabrics. And I think, the number of sellouts that we've had since Christmas has been on air just goes to show that they've just, they have excelled themselves. So thank you ever so much, team, for creating beautiful, beautiful fabrics. They have worked hard. So big up to our team. Snowflakes. Oh, we haven't really looked at these ones, have we? Now, here we go. Oh, gold and silver snowflakes. Oh, we haven't really shown this one though. Can we show them this one? This is your gold. You're playing gold snowflakes. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Here we go. So this is your gold snowflakes. We've got it in red and we've got it in white. And it's at $3.45. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Beautiful. It does really catch the light, doesn't it? So whether you're making decorations out of it, places, napkins and things like that out of it, absolute fab. Yes. And then, we've got that in white. So let me show you it in white as well. There it is. Look at that. Ooh. You see, this is, the swirl and the holly has got quite a fine print to it, but this one's slightly bolder. So it shows up even more boldly. So $3.45 for that. XEJQ91. Right. Come on, let's recap those Scandis while we sort out what has sold and what hasn't there. What was sold out and what we haven't. So already some of these fabrics have gone. So we haven't really looked at the Christmas trees that much, have we? Should we go Christmas trees? Yeah. So this is your Christmas tree. There it is. Let me show you. And again, it's Scandi. It's picking up that lace-like swirl that we're so used to now with that Scandi. That delicate lace swirl that kind of looks like a snowflake within it. Ever so pretty. We do love that. But you see, look, all of the colours go. I really like it actually with the stripe. That looks rather nice. You see, this is what I love about my job, is that I accidentally put something next to each other and they look fab. Yeah. So if you want this this stripe, it's $4.95. 100% cotton. This is really soft. Really lovely. Do you want the grey Christmas tree? See, the grey looks nice to the stripe as well, doesn't it? You could trim it. Trim it with the red. Be lovely. So your grey Christmas tree is here. I would be very tempted to make a cushion out of this and put a sequin on the top where the star is. Just have like a feature one. Yeah, feature sequins on it. Pretty, wouldn't it? Ooh, little snowflakes here. Are these snowflakes or are these flowers? I wasn't sure. Now, grey on cream. Let's have a look at that next. Now, perfect, of course, for your quilting. If you're making a Christmassy quilt or something like that, or a table runner, or even if you're just doing decorations out of it, absolutely perfect for all of those. And a really nice one to have in your stash as a mixer, because this is going to really highlight. So, for example, if you wanted to put your stags with it, then that would work. If you wanted to mix it through with your larger snowflakes, then all of those just really work together with it. So if you were just going for just silver grey tones, then you could get all the different silver grey tones and it would just work beautifully. And any more that you want to look at here particularly? Oh, the little snowflakes. Let's stick with these then. And what, red on cream? Here we go. Looking rather lovely with the stripes, actually. I like the red on cream with the stripes, but then I also rather like with the stags. So again, that's what I mean. This one is a great one to have. It's a great mixer. So $4.95 for that, JGMY09. Perfect to have because it just works with everything. Oh, I like it with the Christmas trees. Look at that. That's ever so pretty with the Christmas trees. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, we've had an image through. Who's it from? From Val. Oh, she enjoys programs. Whoa, look at him. Oh, look. Oh, she loves the prices and the quality. Oh, look, he's got his legs out of the Christmas tree fabric. Oh, thank you. Oh, and look, and the body is out of the Oh, yes. Val, beautiful, beautiful. We salute you in your crafty brilliantness. That's fab. What would you like to look at next? Oh, stock warnings. We're onto that. Gold holly leaf on white. Yes. How much do we have left of this? Here it is. Now, if you check out your basket now, this very second immediately, you should be okay. But please check out your baskets. Basically, is what we're saying. Have we had any that have gone and that we need to warn of? Or he's just checking. I can hear him thinking, hear him checking. Oh, look, you see, this is lovely, lovely munches. I go away and he's tidied everything for me. Isn't that lovely? So your sprig. Spriggity sprig. This is your holly sprig. I see, I like it with the lame. Look at that. Ooh. There we go. $3.45. I love it with that accent. There we go. It has... Again, this is another one that's a great mixer, isn't it? Because it's going to work with all of them. It's not too in your face, but it's got that lovely gold highlight. Oh, it's fabulous. $3.45. ERJQ38. Yeah. Now, I mean, we've shown you this hour. We've shown you all of them have been gold foil fabrics. But next hour, we're going very heavily traditional. So maybe, you can mix and match a little bit here. I am going to look at the green because it's the only green. Can I? We're just going to check stock for you of the green. Basically, at some point, these are going to sell out, and it's Christmas. I don't know if we're going to get any of these back, so just check out your baskets if you're wanting it. If everybody has that has it in their basket is only getting half a metre, then there's 2 meters left. But if anybody multi-buys, then this will be on. So please check out your baskets. It's $3.45. It's the only green one that we have. It's right now. It's that proper Christmas green, actually, isn't it? And it looks so beautiful with the gold and the silver on there. Yee, lovely. You see what I mean about having that the holly sprig as a mixer? Just works. Gold swirl on red. Oh, do you know what? Out of all of these, I think this is my favourite. I think. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just so sumptuous? Look. Oh, yeah. That is particularly opulent. 345 AHJQ 59. Yeah. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Now, you might have already bought this morning with us. So many of you already have. But don't forget, it's 1 P&P per day. So you can check out your basket as many times as you like throughout the day, and we will only charge you $2.95 for your P&P. I only say that because I know a lot of you are new to shopping with us, but that's how it works. So at midnight, your P&P gets applied, and anything that you've bought throughout the day all goes through, and only one lot of P&P will be charged to your account. Now, this is your snowflake in white with your gold and silver on there. Oh, producer Paul wants these as curtains. Christmassy curtains. It's gold and silver. What do you think? Oh, look at that. Homely. Homely, isn't it? Beautiful. Beautiful. You can. Now, if everybody checks out, then how much have we got left of that one? Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it can festoon the windows then. Right, we are down to the last minute of the show. Next up is lovely Angie. Very traditional fabrics for your quilting. Still Christmas, but timeless traditional fabrics. So today we're trying to give you something for everyone. We've got your contemporary. We're going to give you those timeless classics as well. We've given you also your gold fabric because you need a bit of bling at Christmas time. It's essential. So don't forget to check out your baskets because they will go at some point. I don't want anybody missing out. There's so much. Remember, you can look on the website and it's under Where We Are Live. That's where all of the fabrics are on there. So it's like a quick list there for your shopping list for you. Right, we will be back after the break with a beautiful Carpenter star quilt. See you in a moment.
Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts.
So I'm going to be showing you how to do a hem stitch. Now, a hem stitch is just a row of small slanting stitches that are used to secure your hem. So in this case, I'm pretending that this is going to be the bottom of a trouser leg. I'm first going to take my needle through the single hem. I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail before I place that back down. So then I'm going to do a double stitch. Now this is just where you sew over the same area twice, so you're creating a knot. So that's 1, 2. So that's securing my thread now. And now we can begin doing our hem stitch. So you're going to need to bring your needle in at a diagonal. So you want to pick up a few stitches from what would be the trouser leg before then going into your hem. So you can make this stitch a little bit bigger. And then repeating that process again at a diagonal. I'm going to be picking up a few stitches of the trouser leg, and then we can pick up more of the single hem. So I'm making these stitches super big so you can see what I'm doing, but when you do this at home you'd want to make these a little bit closer together. So there's my row of hem stitching, and if I just turn this over, you can see the very small stitches on the other side. So if you're doing this in a normal thread and not a thick thread, you won't be able to see those at all.
Join me, John Scott, on Wednesday the 26th of July, when we'll be showing you some fantastic fabrics from the Chatham Glyn range. Chatham Glyn's popular prints have been breathing life into everyday soft furnishings and accessories for nearly 40 years. From stunning linen-look animal prints to quirky seaside scenes, this range is just bursting with character. So join me on Wednesday the 26th of July at 9 AM for our Chatham Glyn range, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78. Tune in on Thursday the 27th of July when Amy Burrows will take us on a colourful tour of the new John Louden fabric range. John Louden fabrics have been adding colour to our homes for nearly 100 years, and we're thrilled to be bringing you some of their popular lines. Join us for this 2-hour showcase when Amy will talk us through some of their gorgeous cotton canvas fabrics in a rainbow of colours. So join Amy for this 2-hour stash building John Louden special on Thursday the 27th of July at 8 AM and 10 AM. Only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78.
Now, I promised traditional. Yes, I did. Doesn't get much more traditional and Christmassy than this. Although we were saying earlier in the office when Angie brilliantly produced this, and I just think it's beautiful, that this will see you all the way through those autumnal nights. It's autumnal colours all the way into Christmas. This is your winter palette. I don't think this has to be just Christmas. This is winter colours for me. They are traditional. If any of you have got leather sofas or dark brown leather sofas, this is going to be absolutely beautiful on those. But actually on a cream sofa for Christmas, that would look stunning as well. Now, this is your Carpenter star, so very appropriate for Christmas. Very appropriate. We've put it in a bundle for you so that you get all of those stunning fabrics. 4.5 meters of fabric and my favourite wadding and thread. Am I allowed a favourite wadding? I've got one, it's this one. Just need to check, I don't know if I'm allowed a fabric, but this is it. Now, Hollyberry and red, 1/2 meter of that. Oh, Hollyberry and festive green, 1/2 meter. Oh, hang on. Whoa. 1/2 meter. Well, you've got 1/2 meter of your plain ivory there. 1.5 meters of the dark green there. That's just a thread. That's not a mark. 1/2 meter of your Christmas thread. You see those colours just on their own, gorgeous. 1/2 meter Hollyberry in your gold. And 1/2 meter of your Hollyberry festive. Basically, 1/2 meter of all of those, apart from 1.5 meters of the green, is what we're saying. Yeah, basically. That was like the long round the houses version. Plus, you also get your green thread there, 2 of those, because you're going to be quilting, and my favourite, with your warm and white. Oh, it's really cosy, this. I do love this. $52.45. That's a cracking price for all of those. So SUGC 20 there. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to be really super quick on all this fabric. I'm going to pop that over there because we will come back to these. Right, I'm going to start here with this one. So we've got a red one with sort of spruce on. This is a mixer. This has got to be a mixer. It's fab, lovely shade there, really warm. That is your vines. Next one is it in green. So $5.95. Bear with us while our computer just warms up. It's Christmas, it's cold outside, we've seen it snowing. There it is in green. Again, $5.95 per 1/2 meter. Now, we've seen in the quilting kit, we've seen this gold. And here it is, if you've seen that and you just have to have it. And again, you know, some people's houses, this is just going to be beautiful. These would sit in my sitting room really nicely. So this one here is your gold. There you go, thicket gold. And then thicket in your green. Thicket green. So we'll just run through these as quickly as we can, and then we'll get over to Ange so that she can show us. But if we don't run these through on the screen, then you can't buy them. And then we're just teasing you, and that's mean, quite frankly. So that's your thicket in green, and then thicket in red. Thicket in red. Here it is. And again, this is another fabulous mixer and one that you can use throughout the year, but mix it in with these other colours and it's definitely autumnal and Christmassy tones. $5.95 there, CBMY 16. Yeah. Now, this is, oh, look at it. Oh, I like this. I like it a lot. This one here just brings all those autumnal feelings, doesn't it? And you've got sort of berries and all sorts going on there. That is your festive red. We've got it in green. Oh, yes, we have. Here it is. You will see all of these. You don't have to remember the names of them. You will see these all on the website. Underneath where we're live, scroll down. There's like a great big shopping list. And you can zoom in on all the pictures, but they only come up once we've run them through. There's that one. And then this in the gold. I love this one. I do think that this is just beautiful. I would love a little bit William Morris-esque with these colours. Very pretty. That's your gold fabric, and then there it is in the red. Now, you get this one in your quilting kit. It's beautiful. But if you want to stock up on the gold version as well, then you can do so. All of these, $5.95. It is the Holly Berry range. And then if you're after, you know, we talk about mixes, don't we? We talk about those ones that you just, to give you a little bit of relief. Now, this is called Holly Berry Gift. I don't know why. Probably because you get stripy wrapping paper. And we've also got it in your green as well. But if you just want a little change of pace, mix it up a little bit. They'd be nice pyjama bottoms. Now, we were talking about pyjamas earlier. They'd be smashing as pyjama bottoms. Lovely. $5.95. There we go. Right, I'm over to Ange. Hello. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
You haven't got this
sounding
cold
a
as
bit
well.
more like you now.
I'm setting a trend. What can I say?
Thanks.
No,
I did arrive with it as well, but not sounding as bad as you.
Give it a couple of hours.
No, don't do
you
that.
will.
No.
It's that winter bug.
I can't afford to be ill. No time.
No, never. It's because I stopped. I had a week off, and that was that.
That's it. That's what happens, for sure.
These dastardly children passing on bugs. Now, Ange.
Yeah.
Ooh, are beautiful.
They look nice, come together, don't they?
Don't they?
Like you mentioned just now, we were talking with the team about projects for this weekend. And as we said earlier, we wanted to do projects that need that little bit of extra time. And I said it would be really lovely. One of my favourite things I own is my lap quilt, my sofa quilt.
You brought that in. You didn't get it back because I love that.
You were running around the studio with it.
And you don't really need it, do you?
And I just thought everyone needs a sofa quilt to cosy up on, you know, and quite nice to. This is really nice because it's not overtly Christmas.
No.
So you can have it out from October, November. It reminded me of very William Morris and a little pre-Raphaelite. Very Victorian Christmas.
Yes, isn't it?
It's got that Victoriana about it, and I just think they're a lovely range. It was lovely to see them, actually, because I had to choose them from a card, you know, printed, when I chose them a few weeks ago, because we hadn't actually got the fabrics in. So really lovely. So what I've done is the kit is designed to make a lap quilt. So it's 3 blocks across by 4 long, so 12 blocks.
Right.
So I've just made the 4 variations of how you can put the fabrics together here. But then if you multiply those by 3, you'll get a nice sofa quilt size.
You see, you call it a lap quilt. At home, it's a cat quilt.
Cat quilt.
That's how that goes. As soon as that goes on your lap, there's a cat sitting on there as well.
I wanted to check, actually, is there a metre of the cream in the kit?
Is it we'll just check.
Yeah, just check that.
Is it a metre of the ivory?
Of the ivory.
It's a half metre.
Okay.
in the ivory.
Right.
And 1.5 meters of
After
your
the
green.
other. Right, yeah, because your green's your backing.
Yes.
Okay, so...
Where do we start?
It's, so yes, I thought I chose the block and I wanted a star-shaped block to make it feel Christmassy. Because you say the fabrics aren't overtly Christmas, but when my husband walked into my sewing room, he was like, "Oh, that looks Christmassy." You know, I didn't even mention, you know, what
he didn't know.
doing.
He wasn't primed.
Wasn't primed at all. So just the star block adds that little bit of the seasonal shape
And
to
I
it.
love the diamond in the middle, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you can do this so that you can have stars in the middle, and it depends how you want to play it and move it around.
You can. You've got enough fabric there to do the any combinations. There's plenty of
fabric.
Just
half square triangles.
Just half square triangles.
I can do those after last weekend. I can do those now.
Well, half square triangles are so versatile. You can create so many shapes with them, can't you? So it's really, really good.
So where do we start?
I've got 2 different ways to talk about half square triangles today. So the traditional way that I've always done them is just by starting with a square.
Yes.
And how we start is I've done this so that the blocks, the finished size of the blocks are 12-inch blocks.
Right.
And you can see they're 4 by 4. So this will be 1 block.
Oh, so 1, 2,
so 16.
3, 4.
Yeah. So that's 1 block. And so these are finished 3-inch squares.
Okay.
So you start by deciding what you want your finished half square triangle size, 3 inches. And then traditionally, to work from a square, you add 7/8 of an inch to the size.
Yes, it's a weird amount, isn't it?
Number.
And I don't really understand why, but
we don't
get over that.
Yeah.
It's just 7/8 of an inch.
Just learn that bit and you'll be fine. Yes. So we've cut our strips in 3 7/8 of an inch. And then what you need to do on one of the fabrics, you pair up your fabrics, because you can count how many you need of each one. When I did this, it's nice actually just to get your felt tips out, and I just did myself a little sketch, because then you can actually count.
Oh, so how many you need? And what colours?
Yeah, and what colours, and then you can work your design out. So it doesn't matter how scruffy it is. Look, I've got we've got the big patterned red and the small patterned red with my little marks in there. But it allows you to work out how
I wouldn't
many.
have thought of doing that for myself, but you are so right.
So
yes.
It just doesn't matter how untidy it is. It's just for yourself. So we've got our squares cut out, and I'm going to pair these up here. And I've just marked a line down the middle, because this is going to make 2 half square triangles for me. We put them right sides together.
Yes.
And I'm sure some viewers may not have seen it before, but many of you have. We're going to stitch 1/4 of an inch either side of the line.
Okay.
Now, when you've got all, it planned out and lots cut out, this is a great way of chain piecing.
Right.
So you can just keep chain piecing these
Okay.
away.
Well, you chain piece there.
So I'm just going to do,
I'm going to go look at the fabrics.
Okay.
So you chain piece there. I'm going to go and have a little look over here, because lots of you very excited about these fabrics. So the kit here, you've got your 2 threads and your wadding. So you've got all of that good to go. There that is. Now, there you go. That is what you're getting in this kit. A huge amount, 4.5 meters, and your wadding and your thread. So this is for your Carpenter's Star Lap Quilt bundle. Now, you don't have to do the Carpenter's Star. This is entirely for you to decide. So that's everything that you're getting. 1/2 meter of each of these through there. Aren't they gorgeous? 1/2 meter. And then you'll get 1.5 meters of your dark green to do all your backing and your binding in. So that's your kit there. Now, we realise that you might not want to do that. You might want to pick another pattern and do. So what we've done is added this book into the show today. Now, this is 1,000 any size blocks. These go from, I think it was 4 inches up to 15-inch blocks, but there are 1,000 of them. It comes with a CD with all the different template sizes on there. And this is $21.95. So the CD's in the back there. So it's all in there for you. And as you go through, you'll notice different colours down the side. So as you start off, you've got 4 patch blocks. But again, lots of different variations and takes on stars through there. So you've got all, and then you go on the pink pages, you've got 5 patch blocks and so on and so forth. Then in the back, where was Father Christmas? Oh, we didn't. 95. Oh, there's a whole section on stars in here as well. So you've got all your themed ones, you've got all your letters in here as well. There you go. All in there they are. So if you wanted to do something different, then you've got this, $21.95, 1,000 blocks, any size, $21.95, SPMZ 69. I'm going to go back to Ange. Coming through, Ange, now.
So we've just stitched, you can see from my marked line, it doesn't matter what kind of pen you use there because that's not going to be visible.
So you've stitched a 1/4 of an inch either side.
Yeah, and then we're going to trim actually down through the pen line.
I'm so excited because my creative grid has just arrived.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm building up my stash.
That's nice. Super rulers. And there you end up with your half square triangle. I've just popped the iron on actually.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
You can press these.
I will do that for you.
To remember how to press to the dark side, I always remember to put the dark fabric on the top.
On the top, right.
So you set that and then you can do those for me. Super.
A little cup of tea there. We're not normally allowed drinks in here, but they've taken pity on me today.
I'm not surprised.
But I did put it in my gold spotty mug so that it was Christmassy. I try.
So it fits in with the set. Oh, and the end for your initial, it could be, I thought it was a Noel.
Well, it could be Noel, but generally it's so that everybody knows that's my mug. Producer Paul says, but Tash is spelled with a T. Why have you got an N on there? My son is...
I questioned myself then. I was thinking, did I get that wrong?
My son is just learning about names. And the other day he stood at the bottom of the stairs and yelled up, Stephen! Up the stairs, and my husband was like, what? Am I no longer Daddy? So no, you are now just Stephen. That's it.
That's cool.
And Freddie's learning what his name is. So I'm Freddie James. Yes, you are. Oh. Do I need to press any more?
Not right now.
Right.
No, thank you very much. We will do some in a little while. Thank you. And then I'm just going to nip the dog ears off there. And we'll have our lovely, these will be finished 3 inch, well, they'll be finished 3 inch, but they'll be 3.5 with the seam allowance, hopefully.
So, and that's how that extra little bit was added on.
That's why we do the 7/8 because of the diagonal.
Finished 3 inch, so you start off with a 3 7/8.
Yeah.
That's what I've got to remember.
So
okay.
That ends up a 3.5 inch, so it gives you your seam allowance to sew in to give you a 3 inch finished
Excellent.
one.
I love this fabric.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's so pretty.
It's so lovely.
Yes.
Really opulent.
Yes.
They do have a real luxurious feel.
We've got brown leather sofa in our sitting room, and I'm just keep looking at that going, be a bit special
It's lovely,
with that.
isn't it? But I didn't see, I really liked it in the gold.
Yes.
Colour.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that.
Mix and match
lovely.
those up. Yeah, you see.
So we're going to put together the green and red one.
Right.
There. So as you can see from the block, we've got 4 corner pieces, which go like that with the red.
Now you drew this out, didn't you?
Yes.
But if you don't want to draw it out, just watch Angie now.
We won't have all the squares yet because I'm going to cut some a different way to show you 2 different ways.
Okay.
So we'll see which bits are missing.
Okay.
So then next to the red and green, we've got one of these that goes there. I'm just looking at, it's nice to have that
as a reference.
as a reference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then we've got, because we end up with that cream triangle there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There. And then down the side.
So then the green goes on there.
No,
hang on.
Yeah.
Because don't you need a coloured one?
Oh, okay, yes. So with the coloured ones that we're going to do in the centre, actually, that's what we're going to make next.
So these ones are
These
only...
are the outer.
If they've got the cream on, then they're the outer ones.
Yes.
Oh, that's an easy way to remember it then, isn't it?
It is. I'm just looking at that one. That one goes there.
Yeah.
That one goes there. Starting to build it up. And then this one.
Oh, we've got an email from Sue. Do we need to spin those around? Because then you get the points. Oh, I don't know.
No, can you see the point?
It's
that way. It's the opposite way, actually.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, we've had an email from Sue. She says, lovely programmes, Beautiful fabrics. I would love to make a cosy lap quilt. However, can I back it with with fleece to make the quilt warmer?
Yes.
What do you think?
You can back it with anything.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I bought some some fleece on Saturday for exactly that reason.
Well, my sofa quilt is made from wool felt.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, cozy.
Producer Paul thinks this looks like a cracker.
There you go. That's maybe why it's a bit.
It
feels Christmassy too.
But like a popped one.
So we've done the outer ones. I prepared those already before.
Yes.
We've just done a couple of them with the 3 7/8 method.
I understand now why you drew this out, so that you knew what you needed to do where.
It's counting all those.
Yes.
And I do have, if you wanted to make this 3 times over, you know, these 4 blocks, I do have those, you know, if they, I've got those, how many squares you need of each colour written down.
Yes. Thank you.
But then, because of lovely creative grids that you mentioned.
I love creative grids.
I know.
They've done it again, haven't they?
Yeah,
They've created another easy to use ruler.
Yeah, so last time I was on, I got to play with the flying geese.
That was
ruler.
the one that looked like a boomerang.
Yes, this one is very similar. I was saying just before we came on air, actually, do you think it'd come back?
We could reenact Crocodile Dundee, couldn't we?
I'm not sure. What's the cameraman's name?
Tom.
I'm not sure Tom would be very happy with me.
No, he's got a few cameras in the way to duck behind. I'm fine.
So yes, the flying geese ruler does also half square triangles and quarter square triangles. But this is just half square and quarter square triangles on its own. So it's a nice little one. And it does them, it works up to 5-inch finished squares.
And it's one of those funny ones, isn't it?
45 degree and your 90 degree.
Yes.
Yeah.
That you just, once you get going with it, you know, it just takes a little bit of understanding how to use, which is what you're going to show us. But it comes with full instructions.
Yeah,
so as I would say, with any creative grids, this might just look like an innocuous piece of little bit of packaging. No, it's not. You really do need to hang on to these, because this shows you, if you don't have Ange to hand,
great instructions, actually.
Exactly how to use them. It also gives you ideas as to different designs that you can do with them. But it's just, in those 2 sheets, those 2 sides, you get all of the instructions on there. You also get a reference here so that you can actually just scan it and go straight to a YouTube video tutorial to show you how to use it. But also it's got a website that you can go to that shows you, just with the tutorials, that will show you how to use these nifty little things. This one was designed by Rachel Cross, who is daughter of the founders of Creative Grids. They are quilters who make for quilters, so you know that it's got everything that every quilter needs.
Yeah, they're great. But because the process and the cutting is slightly different, so I'd not used one of these before, so I thought we'll do a few squares with this
More than one way to skin a cat.
So if you're doing it with the square method and stitching either side, it's 3, whatever size plus 7/8.
Right.
If you're using the Creative Grids ruler, if we want a 3-inch square, we cut strips 3.5.
Okay, so this has saved us 1/4 inch already.
It's saving you 3/8, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 3/8, more than 1/4 inch off your fabric already. Okay. So if you can imagine if you're cutting quite a lot for a big quilt. So I've got our centre colours here. So I've cut the strips, full width of the fabric.
Yeah.
We don't need that many, obviously, for this little block. We'll just cut a few. But if you were cutting a lot, and I've just chopped the selvage off. So we've got a nice square edge.
So actually, if you were going to do the whole quilt, this is a great way to...
That's why you need your little diagram, work out how many squares you need or triangles of each colour. Because obviously, if you're counting squares, when you put the squares together, you're going to end up with double. If you're doing it this way, you can physically count, I want, how many of those.
So this does it 1 by 1?
Triangles.
Okay.
Yeah. You're cutting through 2 layers of fabric, but you're counting the triangle, not the square.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is where the diagram really helps. Okay. You don't want to get in a muddle. Okay. So 3.5-inch strip. But on the ruler, we actually we want a finished 3-inch square, so we actually align the 3-inch line on our fabric. Okay. And when we do that, it actually sits, we have a little dotted line. Can you see? Yes. It nips off the top. So although
that's great, isn't it? So you're not having to snip off those dog ears.
It's nice to have those instructions, because some of the rulers you would lay it on the 3.5-inch line because you've cut a 3.5-inch strip.
Yes.
So that was something new for me with this ruler, that it does tell you to cut, lay it on whatever size that you're looking to be finished.
I also think that when without the dog ears, it makes it much easier to line up as well.
Yeah.
And it's just because otherwise I have to try and work out which way round it has to go, so that when I turn it, it's going to be flush.
That's it. So and they've got these lovely grip spots on them, so they hold really nicely on the fabric.
The grips go all the way around the edge, and you have the grip spots in the middle, and they're kind of within the plastic, if you like, of the ruler itself.
It's like it's moulded in, like a non-slip surface.
Yeah, that's your non-slip grip, which is specific to them.
Okay, and then all you need to do then is you can flip the ruler around. So you're not putting the point of the fabric on the edge. Go to the number that you're looking to achieve. Align that, and then you've got a little dotted line that sits right there.
Line up and off you go.
And off you go. And you just keep flipping. The nice thing is you just move your fabric a little way away like that, and you can just keep going.
How lovely. So just use the length of your, I was going to call it a chopping mat, cutting mat.
Chopping board.
Yeah, chopping board. It's a mixture of the two.
That's right. How many do we need? We need 4 reds for the middle, so I've cut an extra couple. That's fine.
How much more? The fabric, the bundle that we've got, how much bigger will it make than this? How many more blocks?
This is, so this is 4, it'll make this 3 times more. And some left over.
3 more of these. Yeah. So 3 more of these and fabric left over.
Yeah.
If you're buying this today.
So if you were to lay these in a strip.
Yes.
And then you 3, that would be your rectangle.
Oh, nice.
3 by 4.
Very nice.
Yeah. Very
nice. Because you are getting 4.5 metres of fabric here. You're getting a huge amount of fabric for this.
I was going to say, finished size. What's nice to do, I think, it's an easy mistake to make. When you're doing a nice size lap quilt, think about not going any wider than fabric width.
Oh, okay, right.
Because I've made a terrible mistake. Recently, I was working on a quilt for someone, and I just got carried away with the design. And then when I come to buy the backing fabric, it's a very bizarre size, and so it's bigger than normal fabric width.
Right.
So I've had to go to non-standard fabric width and join and. Just don't go there.
All sorts of things. Make life easy.
Make life easy for yourself for a lap quilt.
Yes.
And so width of fabric is about 42, 44 inches.
Yeah, anywhere between 42 and 44.
So obviously 3 of these blocks wide will be 36 and a bit, with your seam allowance on. So you have got a bit of scope if you wanted to put a border.
Then you've got
a little bit more, but don't go too far. If you don't want each block to butt up to each other, you could put a little bit of sashing.
Oh, nice.
Between.
You've got that. So
you've got that little
you've got
bit,
space to expand.
Inches, to
should
expand
you wish.
It. Yeah, but it's a nice tip to, because as I say, I made that mistake. You just get carried away designing, and then actually think this is like I've got this square size now. That's awkward.
I got carried away the other night. Just I'd just cut a whole load of. I'd gone through my scraps again. I must stop doing this. Again. I'm sorry, but I do. I went through but this time rather than cutting into squares, I just cut my 2.5-inch strips.
Right.
And so then I had loads of them. I was like, well, an easy log cabin. That's an easy way to go, isn't it? With a quilt. So of course I just started again on another one. So now I've got like 5 quilts on the go.
Gosh.
And it was, when do I stop?
Yeah.
When do you stop? So I did. I just went and got my backing out, and exactly like you said, that's where it needs to be.
I've had 4 quilts on the go for some time now, and I'm at that point now. I need to get one of them.
Just get them done.
Get one of them done. So we've cut some of those with the lovely creative grid rule, and now we can put these together. What you can do to make the process even quicker, because now I'm going to pair these together.
Yes.
You could put your strips, take your 2 fabrics, right sides together, and if you've cut them, then they'll be ready to take
they'll be ready
directly
to go and
to the
sew
machine.
straight away.
So it depends. This is quite quick because it's straight off the bolt, but you've got a choice. We all like choices, don't we?
That's genius.
Like you say, now we can pair these up, right sides together. And this is the bit that you like, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what I like because it all lines up beautifully and I know where to start sewing.
If you line your straight edges up either side, you're left with this, the 1/4 inch that's really difficult to judge.
And I can't judge it. I can't eyeball it yet. I know that you guys who are so talented, I know that you can because you've done countless quilts. But for me...
Well, you still don't always get it right, so that's really nice.
That's where something like your Creative Quiz really comes into its own for me. And the fact that even no matter how small a triangle you're cutting, it doesn't slip.
No, they are.
And that's why I'm building up my stash now of Creative Quiz. I've been so impressed with them on the shows. I'm like, yeah, they're the ones to go with.
I have to say, I don't have all Creative Grid rulers, and I would like to replace some of my the ones that you use all the time.
Yeah, it's something to aspire to, isn't it?
Absolutely,
just as and when you can, pop
just
one
like
in your basket.
When you start out, you buy what's available to you. You don't know. You don't always know. It's the beauty of the sewing quarter.
Oh, yeah,
letting people know what's out there. So now we're going to stitch down this length now. Just be careful when you're working with fabric that's been cut on the bias. Try not to pull it when it's under the machine. So obviously you're just guiding it. So 1/4 inch.
So do you start where... So
I'm just, I've got my normal foot on, but I've moved my needle to the 1/4 inch position. I actually don't, some people like to use the 1/4 inch with the guide. I personally don't like the guide. It's often when I'm working with pins, if you've got something that you need to pin, the guide always gets to the pin before the needle.
That's right.
And then it pushes on the pin.
I don't have the guide on, and I thought I was missing out on something.
No, well, you may not be.
Yeah, that's all right then. I don't feel so bad.
So,
and will you just chain piece these? Is that the way to do this?
We can do that. Yeah. So.
Shall I get the iron out then?
Oh, okay.
That's going to happen next, isn't it? Now, you can have as much fun as you like designing your own. We're showing you how to do this particular design. So just remember, if you've bought the kit. Now, remember, it's going to make 3 more of those.
12 blocks in total.
So 12 blocks in total. Then remember to make a note of this show so that you can watch it back again. All of our shows go onto YouTube. You can watch it back again. See exactly how Ange did this one. Or grab yourself the 1,000 any size quilt blocks and then you can let your imagination really go wild. Because it doesn't just have to be this. Brilliant. But I do love this design. It's called a Carpenter's Star, which I think is perfect for our Christmas shows. Absolutely perfect.
Absolutely, yeah. Actually, looking through the book, like all these quilt blocks, there are several names, slight variations on this star with all different kinds of names in that book. I was quite getting quite sort of, oh gosh, because like you say, it's so popular with half square triangles. To keep coming up with just slight variations.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I think this is what I'm really learning.
Because they don't have to all be half square triangles. You can throw a few squares. If you didn't want all
Now, you've highlighted
triangles.
A few pages here, so I will just go through some of the pages that you've highlighted.
The first one is to show that the centre is the Carpenter's Star, and that's the Carpenter's Wheel. So again, that's kind of that's the same proportion as what I've made there with sort of.
So that's your Carpenter's Star in the middle, Carpenter's Wheel.
8 by 8 blocks, squares.
So that could be your version.
Yeah.
The next one that you've highlighted. Oh, look at that, Star Crazy.
That's Star Crazy, yeah.
You can pick whatever star you like.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Lots of choice and just little tweaks and variations.
So your details for this down the bottom, it's $21.95. 1,000 any size blocks. Basically, you get a CD with all of the templates on to go from 4 inches up to 15 inches. 15 inches is a big old block, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lots of different ideas through here. So whatever grabs your fancy. But please do check out your basket. It says Producer Paul in the distance. Producer Paul, can you turn your mic on again, please? Thank you. Hello. Oh, look, you've got a Noel on there as well, if you're going fully crisp.
I like the Grumpy Santa.
Oh, we love Grumpy Santa.
Too much work
we
to
also
do.
like Smug Turkey. Smug Turkey, yes. Made it for another Christmas. And then you've got the rotund snowman in there. Brilliant. And a witch's hat. Why not?
Yes, there are different, obviously different season occasions.
I love that style. Look at that.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Really nice.
Producer Paul likes top left. Your top left or my top left? That one or that one? Hexagon snowflake. This one. But you see, this one is your Star of Bethlehem.
Oh.
So that's very appropriate for your Christmas as well.
Yeah.
All these options, and when you get the fabric, you can choose which ones.
I find the names of all these blocks fascinating. They've all got stories where they derive from.
My mum was saying that the other day.
Yeah.
She said, you know, the names are fantastic, and she'd like to know the histories.
Thank you.
As to, you know, where they all came from.
Yeah, a lot of them comes from the Amish.
They were big quilters, still are.
Quilt. Yeah, absolutely.
Big quilter, and general crafting community as well.
Absolutely. Thank you. I can nip the ends off these.
So I've learnt with my pressing.
You have. I was going to say.
Press
the seam flat.
You are impressed.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't done those ones
You've
yet.
done that one. And then push the top layer over. Yeah, perfect.
Now, do you want these all done the same way? Well, you know, it's again with anything, it's practice.
Yeah.
And when I batch make now, I just stand there and give it a go. But again, you know, I've only learned it from being here. I wasn't very good at quilting at all until I started here, and I'm not great now, but I'm getting better, and I can see that progression. And the biggest fear I had, starting.
Really?
That was all it was, just starting.
Just starting.
I was so worried that I was going to mess it up and ruin all my fabric.
Yeah. You can get...
It's that fear of failure, and actually...
People get very precious about their stash and don't want to make that cut. And...
yeah, but... just do it, because otherwise there's no point in having it there.
So now we just work out how these sit in the centre, and we just remember that diagonal really, going through the colours, and that should work. Does that look right? Yeah.
Now, producer Paul reckons that from the ages of about 4 to 6, you don't have a fear of failure. Because they don't.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you're probably right.
So they'll give everything a go.
Jump from the top of the stairs and see if I can fly.
Yeah.
Attitude.
Yeah.
I used to have that as a recurring dream.
Did you?
And I did try it. Much to my parents.
Horror, I would imagine. Yeah. Producer Paul did it as well. Yeah. Don't.
It's funny, isn't it? That
he still jumps down. Do you still jump down the stairs?
Slides now.
Yeah.
Slick off the bottom.
Says he's not afraid.
He's not afraid anymore.
No.
He can fly.
Yeah. But there is a thing, I mean, we digress slightly, but men's brains, the safety thing progresses later in life. It develops later.
Oh, okay.
Because the hunter-gatherers, they wouldn't want them scared.
The fear doesn't kick in soon.
Yeah. So that's just it. You see, clearly producer Paul is just still that hunter-gatherer as he's flying downstairs. Right, what are we doing next? It's beautiful.
Yeah, so it's nice to see the little squares all laid out, so then we can join. Now, with all quilting methods, there's not just one way of putting this together. You could choose to put 4 blocks together, 2 and 2 into 4s. I like to work in strips.
Okay.
And do a bit of chain piecing, because then I also don't forget where it's come from in the pattern. And so
this is the thing, isn't it? This is the other thing that I've learned, is to be methodical.
Yeah.
In no matter
what suits you.
Whether it's in what seam allowance you use, or how you put something together, it doesn't matter as long as you are methodical. Yeah. Producer Paul is methodical in his stock warnings today. What is your stock warning, Producer Paul? Holly berry, gold fabric, selling out.
Which one's the holly berry gold? Is that the one that's like this one?
Shall I go and have a look? Just so that I can see which one's which. So, the holly berry and gold, that one, Producer Paul, that one or that one? We've got 2 golds. Yeah, he's just going to find out for us, because I want to be really clear. That's thicket, but they're both in gold. It's not thicket. This one, the William Morrissey one. That one, that's got the stock warning on. So if you've gone for the Hollyberry Gold, $5.95, MHMY 49, check out your baskets now, although Angie will get upset because she wanted some. And also, Hollyberry thicket in red. Oh, that one I'm not surprised. That's so pretty. That's going to look lovely with blues actually as well.
I quite like that in the green.
Oh, it's pretty in the green too. Decisions. So there you go. That's it in your red, $5.95. No, it hasn't got gold on it. It's got a really warm cream that it's on, so it does look sort of goldy. We're getting closer. You can see that. Lovely. $5.95. CBMY16. Most popular is thicket and green, Angie's other favourite. They're all going for your favourites today. Please do check out your baskets for these. Don't want anybody having a bad Christmas. It is like a piece of beautiful wallpaper, yeah. There you go, that's your stock update for you.
So I'm going to start joining these in strips. So I'm going to place this one on top of here.
Okay.
Okay, so with some of the blocks you'll have the angle. So these angles are going in the same way. So you can keep that aligned. With this one, you don't have that. The angles will be going in opposite directions, so there's nothing to match.
What happens there? Be careful.
No, just match the sides. It's less, less to worry about. It's where you've got these points to make.
Okay.
The points that you need to make sure that they're
and then
sitting
you just
on top of each other.
Chain piece down.
Yeah, so then I shall chain piece down those now.
Yeah.
So I'll do
this
that.
is where having a nice space next to your...
Yes, right next to...
is really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, you need
because
to
otherwise you're up and down, up and down, up and down.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
We've got a
wasn't
thread,
yeah.
a thread
What's gone on
situation.
there? That's bizarre,
Naughty
isn't it? Because
thread.
it was just stitching beautifully a minute ago. Let's have a look.
Now, don't forget, you get enough fabric to do 3 of these or 3 more of these with leftover fabric.
12 blocks.
So you're getting 12 blocks of the foot of the completed star. I'm counting that as a block, not like each little square. So a completed square, a completed star is 1 block, and you can do 12 of those. That's a lot of stars. Yes. So you can do that, and you'll have fabric left over. Which star you choose to go for is entirely up to you. We've got a book full of, well, it's got 1,000 different ideas in there. Details for you on the bottom of the screen, $21.95. Not only are there 1,000 different blocks in there, but you've got them anywhere from 4 inches up to 15. 15.
That's a whopper block.
It's a whopper block, isn't it? I've still got to do my staff block.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been
This
challenged.
is not supposed to be a competition.
No. Well, I didn't think it was, but it's kind of becoming a bit competitive now, because producer Paul said, Tash, it's not a competition, but it's kind of becoming. So producer Paul he's used our fabric markers and some of that material, and he's done a skull on his block, then which he says is spectacular. He says some would say that, not him, obviously, but he. But that is actually his first time that he's ever attempted anything like that. So we're all very impressed by that.
Yeah.
Our studio manager, Neil, the first time he's ever sewn anything, and he's done like a Union Jack with a picture of his car that's just used threads to put a picture of his car in the middle and started sewing circles and stuff. Very impressed with that. Jay's having a bit of a panic.
Right. I saw
John's cut up his old shirts that don't fit him anymore and just found some of the most beautiful fabrics. It's just gorgeous, and now I don't know what to do. I feel a bit intimidated by everybody's.
And I was just talking to Hayley about hers too.
She started. What's she doing? I haven't seen Hayley.
It's kind of a hexagon or a pentagon, and then it's got strips going round it. I don't know what pattern the name of the block, but it sounded cool.
Everyone's got all very, very artistic with it all.
Okay, so I've chain pieced those first 2 strips together, and I don't cut them apart. I'm going to keep chaining.
Oh, keep chaining.
Because this way again is another way that you don't get in a muddle where your
what a great idea.
bits are going to go. So I add the next one on.
Because that is always my fear.
Yeah.
So I make double work for myself, because I then lay it out again.
Especially if you're zooming, you really get into a flow, and then it's so easy to just make a mistake. with some of these, you know, pin if you feel more comfortable pinning a little bit. I'm just matching this at the bottom corner here. So what's quite nice about this pattern is not every square has a real match, you know, a real sort of essential match, so it's not too stressful. Then we've got one of those.
And the next one.
To there.
Oh, we've had a picture from Gemma in Southampton. What she sent us?
Is it a Carpenter star block?
She said, a previous Scandi collection that she's made into a quilt. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Ah,
She says she's going to have to buy the new fabrics. Doesn't that just look gorgeous?
You see the little Christmas tree one in there?
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant.
Gorgeous.
Well done, Gemma. That's absolutely superb. You see,
Nice
the
to share,
Scandi,
isn't it?
that's what I mean. The colours of the Scandi just all work. You can mix and match any of those fabrics through together and you're going to get a beautiful quilt like Gemma.
Yeah.
Brilliant. But you're a clever lot out there, you know. Really are. Some of the talent out there just blows me away. Just incredible.
Absolutely.
But then there are those of you that are starting and giving it a go. And I salute that because that's where I'm at.
We're all at different levels, aren't we?
Well, absolutely. You know, I was just a craft sewer until I started here.
Well, sometimes you can be very experienced just in one area.
Yeah.
And then have not tried, you know, other things. You know, there's so much with patchwork. You know, so many different blocks and methods to learn. Anyway,
I was a bit daunted by it all because it was like, where do you even start? What's the best fabric? How do you put these things together? Hey, talking of getting things together, this is looking gorgeous.
So now I'm going to do the last row.
I haven't seen this done like this.
Oh, okay.
And I like it.
Yeah.
This suits the way my brain organises things.
And you're less likely to lose one.
Oh, another warning. Yes, Producer Paul. What am I warning about now? Oh, he says it's out of the bottom of his heart because he doesn't want anyone missing out. If anything is in your basket, please check out, because there's going to be some of you missing out on the fabric, so please do check out your baskets. This fabric, beautiful, autumnal shades all the way through into winter. This is going to take you through those cold months.
I love it. It's gorgeous.
Well, it is absolutely stunning fabric, and so it is Christmassy, but it is also just those winter warm shades that we need when it's horrible outside. We need something beautiful inside. And
traditional Christmas is that kind of Victorian, our image of a Victorian Christmas. I'm sure it wasn't that lovely in Victorian times, freezing and without central heating.
Yeah. Dickens didn't always paint the brightest picture, did he? Let's be honest. 52.45 gets you the fabric beautifully put together, so you can see, as Anne just done here, hard work's been done for you in terms of picking the colours. Then you get the fun of playing and putting it together.
Yeah, you can mix.
So there it is, 52.45 there. Now, you don't have to do this design. It's entirely up to you. If you want to grab the book as well, that will give you so many different ideas. But I think that's just stunning. 52.45. The kit will make 12 of those stars with fabric left over.
Last one.
Big old starry block.
A nice, sofa quilt for you.
It's perfect for snuggling. By the fire, snuggle down.
Lovely.
Snuggle under that rug.
Okay. There we go.
Snuggling, not smuggling. They're accusing me of all sorts of things upstairs. They've been watching a bit too much Boldark, I think.
So we've got them put together in one direction.
Right.
And you know then they're not in the wrong order.
Okay.
So then we can start then, what I'm going to do before I start putting them together now is the pressing.
Aha.
Okay, so this works better, this way of pressing, off the edge of your ironing board or mat. So if you can have it on the edge.
On the edge, right, okay.
It would work really well with a little ironing board, you know, or on the edge of your ironing board.
I'm going to move this over, take my tea, and I'm going to let you show us how to do that.
So
I'm just going to relax for a moment while you show us.
So we can, if you have it on the edge, you can do one row at a time without it getting in the way.
So you still don't have to cut them?
No, I'm still leaving it together. Don't cut them apart.
Ooh.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press rows 1 and 3 one way.
Oh,
and then rows
they're
2
going
and
to
4
butt up
the other way.
beautifully.
Yeah. So if I hang it off the edge, I can press. It's always you can choose which way it might be sitting. So, well, we need to go that way, don't we? It's a bit awkward on the edge of this table than off the edge of an ironing board. But once you do get it going, it's fine. Just putting a little bit of hand pressure to pull.
Yeah.
Because it's not always ideal pressing from the back. What you want to just do when you're pressing from the back, when you flip it over, is just check that you've got no fabric that you've missed in there, so it's pressed like that. And then if I put row 3 near the edge...
And iron that the same way.
The iron is just, able to skim across, miss that one and miss that one.
Because you're doing it on the edge.
Because you're just on the edge and you've
Quilting
just got
on the edge at the sewing quarter today.
But these are like the little tips that you don't sort of pick up very easily, isn't it? So
well, no,
until
absolutely.
You see them.
I've never seen it done like this, so I'm absolutely going to use this.
I always, still, because I teach, it's lovely when I get together with a group of ladies and there's always something to pick up from someone else, a different way of doing something. So that looks fine, and then I can go back then and I'm going to do this one this way. Just put a bit of pressure, make sure the seams are pulled out.
Oh, it's just beautiful. I'm intrigued as to how you're doing this. It's so clever. The colours work beautifully. They're going to take you. You've got that gold colour that's going to echo as the leaves fall off the trees, those beautiful autumnal colours, and then you've got those rich reds and greens that we associate with Christmas. It's going to take you through with that lovely ivory as well to give that, really make these stand out. It's a lovely collection. As you say, a little bit William Morris-esque, a little bit sort of pre-Raphaelite-y. It's all in there. If you were to paint with fabric, it's this kind of thing, isn't it? Just so pretty. So $52.45, and you're going to be able to make the Hollyberry Carpenter Star Lap Quilt. Now, if you want the instructions for this, watch the show back, or grab the book and then you can make any of the stars in there and you are good to go. Details of the book are down there. Details for all of this gorgeous fabric, and you're getting 4.5 meters. Oh, squeak, squeak, squeak. 4.5 meters of fabric in there. SUGC20 is your code.
Just checking them from the front because I have just got a little bit of spring in there. That's what I was referring to. Can you see? I've just lost a little bit. Which is, if you don't spot that and then you wonder why your blocks aren't lining up.
Quite the right size,
so
because of that.
It's just a little bit of extra fabric allowance in there.
Because I've had that happen before, and I didn't know because of how you press it, and I didn't know whether or not it was okay to sort of re-iron it.
Yeah.
If that's what you needed to do.
It's fine. Yep. Okay, so we've got all that pressed.
Very excellent.
That way, that way, that way. That way, and then we can do the same process, joining it this way now, and these should just then sit. Your seams will sit in the opposite direction.
They lock in, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, that's perfect.
So, and this is now where you really need your pins, where your pins come in. I haven't pinned anything yet.
No, you haven't. No, very true.
Just need to pop a pin. And if I pop a pin through my seam line there, and then just check that it's going through the seam line on the other side. That's perfect.
And then, this is why you said that you've adjusted your machine to 1/4 of an inch rather than using 1/4 of an inch foot, because you're going to use a pin.
I don't like the guide on. Yes, my foot at home doesn't have the guide, but some machines do come with that, and it just the foot reaches the pin first and then pushes my pin. So And I want
these little tips, hints and tips of the trade.
You don't stitch over all pins, of course. This is, I'm using fine piecing pins.
I've invested in some silk pins.
Yes, silk pins, yeah.
Got to be done.
Marvellous.
Excellent. So then you just piece those together.
And then I'm just going to do...
Beautiful. So you can be making this at home. If you want to get going with your beautiful half square triangles, then this is a really handy bit of kit as well. So don't forget, you've got your creative grids. We've shown you the quilt. We've shown you the book. It's all there. It's all on the website for you to check out. Angie, when are you back?
The 6th of August.
Aha.
I've no idea what I'm doing yet.
I think you'll be with me.
Will I? Oh.
It is nearly August. I can't believe it's nearly August.
Don't.
I don't know where this year has gone.
Do you know, I don't know where June disappeared to. And I don't know if I've mentioned this, but my mum bought a calendar.
Right.
And June was missing out of it. So she said that's why June went so quickly. It's because it wasn't in her calendar.
It wasn't in the calendar. Oh, my goodness.
Which is hilarious.
Well, it's going to be my birthday because it's August. I'm
Really?
an August baby. Yeah. So that will be here before we know it.
It's my hubby's birthday next week.
Any excuse for cake. It's all good. Angie, I'm going to leave you and my tea over here, and I'm going to go and have a look over there. But thank you so much.
Oh, we're done. Are we out of time?
We are, yeah.
No.
Yeah. I know.
Can I just flip that back then
Of course
to see how
you may.
that's joining?
Ah, look at that. Perfect.
And then you just do exactly the same.
And repeat.
I didn't realise it was that...
That's the day gone. That's 4 hours. Just like that.
There
It's
we go.
Christmas. It always is over too fast.
Super.
Beautiful.
See
Thank
you
you.
soon. You're welcome.
Right, okay. Don't miss out on these fabrics. They are selling super fast. Producer Paul keeps saying, check out your baskets, and also check out your baskets for the bundle as well. What pattern you do with them is entirely up to you, but you're getting a ½ metre of all fabrics and then 1.5 metres of your green there. So if I can just show you, and your wadding and your thread. So you don't have to go anywhere and buy anything else. All of that beautiful fabric collection chosen by our very own Ange. She's done us proud. Now, if you want to add any other fabrics into your stash, then we've got all of these to choose from. Favourites. Most favourites? Dreadful language. Yep. Is this one? Is that right? Yes. This one is your most favourite one. Leave a bit for Ange. Quick. Go and grab it now. But look at those colours. I'm not surprised. This is, as we've said all along, it's kind of reminiscent of your William Morris and all those rich, beautiful colours. This is $5.95 per ½ metre. This is your Holly Gold fabric by Macawa, and it's super special, but that is going to sell out very fast, especially by the time Angie comes on air and buys all the rest of it. So please do check out those baskets. Right, next one, Producer Paul. Hollyberry Red, this one's going to sell out as well. Oh my goodness. So if you're after the Hollyberry Red, and that is just a lovely mixer as well, isn't it? That's going to look beautiful with creams, with blues and all sorts. Right, next up. Oh no, we've got to find this one. That's Thicket, which is Hollyberry Red. Oh, that one. Sorry, my mistake. This one is going to sell out as well. That is your Hollyberry Red. $5.95. That will sell out. So both of those two will sell out. Let's put those to one side. Sorry, it's the Thicket that I was looking at. How are they going? Producer Paul says he's in the thicket of it. He'll get there in a minute. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Well done if you managed to get that. It's gone. Okay, so if in any doubt, give our free phone customer services number a call, 0800 112 4433. Now, coming up tomorrow, we have got Christmas in July. Jane's back from Elna. We've got our Elna Machine Secrets. Now, that's a perfect Christmas gift, isn't it? Christmas stockings at 9 a.m. Then we've got our Elna Machine Secrets Part 2. And then at 11 o'clock, we've got our Festive Heart decoration. Lovely. So the festivities continue here on Sewing Quarter. There's lots more still to come. If you've missed any of today, remember that you can also watch again on YouTube. All of our shows go up on YouTube, so just find them via the date. So if you've bought this and you want to make sure that you're making that Carpenter star exactly as Ange had, just make a note of the date of the show and you can find it there and watch back again. Anytime you like, it's there for you. Please check out your baskets. Don't miss out on anything. Hello to all new customers. Thank you ever so much. Also, take a look on the website because we've got loads of sale items as well up there as well. So don't forget to check out all the sale items. We've got Tilda in the sale. What's going on? What's going on? So check out all of that. There are bargains to be had all over the place, as well as beautiful fabrics. I'm off for a few days now. I'm going to get this better. So I will see you in a week or so. Have a lovely, lovely rest of the Christmas holidays, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Follow us on Twitter for more inspiration, top tips, news, and share your own creations with us.
Don't forget, shopping with us is easy and simple. You can just contact us at 0800 112 4433 and speak to our UK-based call centre to place an order, or shop online with us at www.sewingquarter.com.